Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to Bougainville Parliament TV. We're bringing you live coverage of the PM session for this afternoon, being Wednesday, the 2nd of July 2025. And if you've just joined us, we welcome you back. To the listeners, wherever you're tuning in from, within Bougainville, across mainland PNG, and across the globe as well. We welcome you back to Bougainville Parliament TV, bringing you live coverage of the final Parliament sitting for the fourth House of the Bougainville House of Representatives. So yes, as we mentioned before we went for the break, this morning we had the President, Honorable Ismail Torowama, who presented his statement to the House. Following that, we had the Attorney General and Minister for Justice and Independence Mission, Honorable Ezekiel Massat, who also presented his statement, and then we had resumed the debate on Bougainville Mining Bill 2025. Okay, this bill was presented yesterday by the Mining Minister, Honorable Ismail Torowama, and debates were adjourned to today. The debate was done this morning, where the bill was passed, and right after the bill was passed, the Parliament had adjourned for lunch, and we were to resume at 2 p.m. Bougainville Standard Time. And yes, our time here is at 9 past 2 Bougainville Standard Time, 9 past 2 Bougainville Standard Time. And we have some members are already in the chambers. As we speak, we have some members of the House already in the chambers awaiting the arrival of the Speaker and Clerk of Parliament, and that's when we will start or resume our afternoon sessions today, being Wednesday, the 2nd of July 2025. And like we mentioned, this is the final sitting for the fourth House. This House was elected into Parliament in year 2020. The 5-year term is ending today. We have the issue of writs will be happening next week. And so today is the final sitting for this fourth House. And I'd like to take you back to the Attorney General's statement this morning, where he described this House as the busiest House since it came into office. And yes, this House has been the busiest. When the House was inaugurated in September 2020, right after the President came in his speech, he presented his 6-point strategy. This 6-point strategy had been embraced by the government, and so the government of Bougainville has used this 6-point strategy to deliberate on Bougainville's political aspirations. So much has happened, as you've seen or heard over the news, starting with the Independence Readiness Mission motion to prepare constituencies right across Bougainville for independence. This was conducted since 2021, and starting 2 weeks ago, we've had constituencies starting to declare their constituencies independence ready. So these were some of the work plans that this government or this House was able to achieve. Also, continuing with talks between the two governments, the national government and the ABG, with regard to the decision that Bougainvilleans had voted for in the referendum, and that is independence for Bougainville. And so far, there have been meetings after meetings, discussions, achievements up till today, and a few weeks ago, the visit to New Zealand, Burnham, on the moderation talks. Moderation talks is discussions on or between the two governments to decide on how the ratification will be done for the referendum results. So again, so much has happened since this house was established, and it is coming to a closure. Like we said, today is the last parliament sitting for this house. Also this afternoon, the speaker will announce what other statements will be read, opportunities will be given to the members, ordinary members as well, and ministers as well, to make their statements, as it will be the final sitting. And also there might be debates on the Attorney General's statement as well. So stay in tune with us as we bring that live to you when the Speaker of Parliament and the Clerk and Deputy Clerk of Parliament enter the chambers. Currently, we have the members already within the chambers. Members and ministers are already within the chambers awaiting the arrival of the Speaker. And so when the Speaker arrives, the afternoon session will begin. But after, very quickly, after the House rises this afternoon, we will the members will come in again tomorrow as the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, BCA, and this will be to discuss the second draft of the Constitution for the Republic of North Solomons. Like we've mentioned, and if you've continued to hear over the news, the sole responsibility of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly is to discuss the Constitution, and that's nothing but the Constitution. And so discussions on the second draft of the Constitution will continue tomorrow, will start tomorrow, and hopefully Friday as well. And yes, when the discussions or the meeting on the Constitution starts tomorrow, we will find out if this Constitution will be accepted by this BCA, or if it will be adjourned for the next house to take it on board. So we will find that out. We will find that out when the discussions start tomorrow. We will look into finding out whether this house or the members of the current Bougainville Constituent Assembly will be accepting the second draft of the Constitution, or will it be deferred to the next house to decide. But again, listeners and viewers, wherever you may be tuning in from, we acknowledge your company this afternoon. For those of you in Bougainville or Bougainvilleans across mainland PNG and abroad as well, if you want to know the status of what's happening here on Bougainville, especially to do with your members of parliament, stay in tune with us as we bring you the afternoon session, and you can find out more of what your members of parliament or your leaders in parliament have to say going forward for Bougainville. Okay. Also in this, we acknowledge, we also make mention of constituencies across Bougainville that are also declaring their constituencies independence ready. This week we've started off here in North with the Tsitalato constituency declaring on Monday. We also had Lato constituency in South Bougainville also declaring. We had several declarations in Central Bougainville as well. Um, and so, yes, we've had declarations. Over the weekend, we had Taunita Tinputs declaring themselves independence ready. Then we also had Hagogohoe constituency on Friday, and Tewa constituency on Thursday, and several others. Suir constituency also declared on Monday, and some also in South and Central Bougainville as well. So yes, for this independence declaration, since the motion was passed in Parliament in 2021, constituencies were tasked to prepare for independence based on the six benchmarks, of that were mentioned by the president in his inauguration speech. That is to do with economic development, social services, economic development. We also had the governance, and several others, yes. So based on these six benchmarks, the constituencies were assessed by the Department of Bougainville Independence Mission Implementation, and the parliamentary services, where they went out and assessed each constituencies, and ratings were given. Most constituencies had passed between, have gone past the 50 to 40% to 60% independence ready ratings, and some have yet to declare. And mentioning that, we have the North Women. North Women will be declaring themselves independence ready tomorrow, Thursday. So if you are not doing anything and would want to witness this, please do join them at the Yep, so the women in North Bougainville will be declaring themselves independence ready. Their program is on tomorrow. If you're not doing anything, please do join them for that. But otherwise, for this house, as we mentioned, it has been a busy house since they were sworn in, and they have worked around the clock to deliver as much as possible the choice that the people had voted for in 2019, and that is independence for Bougainville. So much has been said, but again, we acknowledge all the constituency members for their commitment in serving the Autonomous Region of Bougainville in their capacity as members, as ministers. And today, being the final sitting, we will get to hear more of what they will have to say when the session starts this afternoon. So yes, we are still waiting for the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Simon Pentenu, to come in, and then we will resume the afternoon session. We have the beating of the Garamut has gone on its, I think probably the fourth one around now. The fourth beating has happened, and we're still waiting for the speaker. And yes, he has just come into the chambers. And viewers and listeners, we will now join the speaker to begin the afternoon session.
Honorable members, you may go back law statement long President na Attorney General, we can debate him 2 plus statement one time na put him motion lo agree lo and separately. So the statements have already been made before the House, so debate may open. The floor is open. Sat member like talk. Honorable member for Hago, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On behalf of my very wonderful people of Hago constituency, I'd like to take this opportunity to fully acknowledge our presidential statement in this honorable House, and that might be the final statement of the President, Lotenia Blongen, also President Bloyimi for the last 5 years, and of course, our very hard-working member for Tonsu and Minister for Independence Ready. Milak Togolsem, today's statement of the President, let me highlight him, fully inform him this honorable House, and of course our very wonderful people of Bougainville, on the happenings, the challenges, and the achievements that the Torama Nisira government have been go through Longan, and of course in this fourth House, the honorable members. Me served since 2005 with different presidents, long this House, coming up now, this is fourth House. And I'd like to fully acknowledge all the presidents who have served in this honorable House, and of course those that have actually passed on. They did their level best to ensure that they prepared this honorable House and the whole process. You mean inside Bougainville, you mean ready, actualizing both, you mean referendum result 97.7%, 98%. So I'm taking my hat off, and those that have actually served in this honorable House as members and ministers, underneath all presidents, the first, second, and third House, where some Yumi served here, Honorable Ezekiel Massad, member for Ramu and leader of government business, Minister of Education. You need to be mentioned here because we all came in together. Thomas Pataku, Patrick Nizira, we've come this far. You may witness him. Final chapter, you may progress in plenty of work come up. In this first and second, third House, we were preparing those work you may already in this process. You may both people Bougainville or even go through Longan. So now in this fourth House, Ismail Torama Nisira government, as what we have heard this morning, this was one of the busiest House. Long the progress, already in this process, and we must come up. Now, me like to call them President, Vice President, and AG, and those of us who said you have go long consultations, we did our very best. Long talk lo yumi, one time lo counterparts lo yumi, lo Papua New Guinea, led by the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, Deputy Prime Minister, and all the ministers. So this is not an easy task. Long challenges where you may work kisimol at a time, long keyboard operators. We really need to work together. You may all get that. In the final analysis, lo yumi, lo work about lo yumi, lo declare him independence from all walks of life. Every Bougainvillean, you may need to support him government lo yumi. But now you become lo arare, long this House. And I'm feeling that time new House to come inside. Let's continue to work together. Work, I mean, not finish yet. You're not finished yet. You may got big work straight. Lo make him yet, lo on this fifth House time when we come inside. So I mean, no easy work about lo you may. Lo sample lo you may to call Sam. It's so easy that I can just come in. Now you may walk about on top lo all issues you work lo come up today. That's not that easy. So, President na Honorable House, me like to call Sam, you may all get that. You may make him big work to us. you know, you need to have that guts. Logo talk, like what the president is saying. Let my people go. I'm no easy. So I mean, like to say, we had a very no-nonsense president, lo Port House, lo guardians, lo AG. Now, ministers, lo you may achieve implant something lo here. Even though lo challenge lo you may long, we don't have the money to do it, but we did. Or lo constituencies lo you may walk some walking come up. We just have to tell them, sorry, money no will come good. Laga. So today, me like to hold some our economic revenue blow you me, we're only generating 51 million. To declare Bougainville independence, we need to have 1 billion as it stands today. We have 949 million in errors to raise that revenue. Now you may go declare in Bougainville. But I'm happy to note, AG, last Friday, I've declared my constituency independence ready. Like the member for Ramu as well, but I'm yet by Tok Tok, Honorable Thomas Pataku. So we've declared our constituencies independence ready, long fully realizing the 6 benchmarks. Whether you mean ready long or sample activity, or you mean already long end, we'll declare it. And on top of that, we continue to improve long sectors of improvement, you mean it lo make it. So mi hamamas, lo yumi olgata, we've declared our constituencies independence ready as well in this honorable house. Before you may go, now you may declare our constituencies lo yumi independence ready. I'd like to thank our community governments, our ward members, recorders. You did a lot of work. Lo you ready him, our constituencies lo yumi declare him all yet. So this is an assessment. One time, online blue you officers belong department, or they come up in this long, or they scrutinize him all the activity long all the wards. Now make him uni, all the declare him independence ready. So this honorable house, me like to call Sam. We've done so much for our constituencies, and regardless we are doing so much for our constituencies, we are facing a lot of challenges as well. We like to talk out yet. This election is a very sensitive, crucial election. Law process for Bougainville to declare itself independence ready. I mean, a pila election lawyer. So I appeal to people of Bougainville. Do your assessment. Do a SWOT analysis. Lo mi fla 1-1. Sa stop lawyer. We like to hold some tasol. Lo constituency of me. We plan making plenty work quickly. Lo constituency. We have the rural electrification going through. People are enjoying good life long. They're having sausages and ice creams in the village. And it's just like you're traveling back to another town in my constituency, where there is lights 24 hours. And when there is blackout, solar lights are making in place. So that's what we are doing. Very shortly, I'm going to launch with Honorable Peter Chiamalili Jr. a 2.5 million power running through from Bartania, Hagowe constituency, going straight to Pipisu and going straight to Faith constituency. So I've spoken to Bougainville Power, Lokusim Tupla Paul, Naligo Sanapim, and maybe I'll launch it during the campaign period. So I've graduated 270 SME mamas with Mama Bank. We paid for everything, the registration, even the 200 kina that goes into their new account. 40,000 collateral has been put into Mama Bank. Just before I came in for this parliament session, I'm told that 50 applicants will be funded with 2,000 kina each into their accounts. When that 50,000 is funded, another 50 comes in. Because they're using that collateral money with Mama Bank. Every 10,000 comes out. from the 40,000, and I will manage, and Mama Bank will give them the loan. In this, I'd like to thank Mr. Das as the Chief Executive Manager, and of course, Honorable Peter Chiamalili Jr. for making it possible for the SME mamas, with his funding through Mama Bank, lo funding lo Mama lo yumi inside the constituency. So I like to call them in this election as well. All this la Mama Blomi Lahagwe constituency, they will come and nominate Honorable Robert Hamal Sawa. We are trying to protect these SMEs and maybe going through to establish a cooperative society for all my mamas. So plenty work lo come up, lomi playet, good plaroti work lo go inside, living standard work lo come on top. We have a forest mill that they work lo promoting housing scheme as well into the constituencies. So me like to all say we are facing a lot of challenges with funding. Blow you me olgata. Now me asking people blow you me or bear one time you me. Our government is faced with a lot of challenges, but then yet members can continue to persevere. The President, the Executive Council, that's to have ends meet. Long one kind funding come inside, and we must come up. I'd like to appeal to our officers, the Department of Finance, the ABG Finance, that some of us members or constituencies, we have not received maybe far above 1 million from last year. Some of us, we have received 250,000. Somebody know what yet? The remaining needs to be paid. I'm sorry that the Minister for Finance is not here. So I'm elect to Katlo here. We only have how many more days to come? 3 days. All the accounts will be closed on the 6th. And next week, I'm going to issue them red. Blow you me here. So I'm appeal strong. All officers blow me of finance. Please do your level best. Now you may pay out all the member blow you me. Long all the money that is still remaining there. And I know that long declaration blow me plan. Law independence. We've used some of our money which is not supposed to be used for that. So me like to call some. Or land blow you me budget. Me pla land who said been declare penis. Now we put an occupation lik money blow me pla. Long all this declaration. Please progress those 50,000. Now me pla reimburse him. All the money me pla use him long on arpla. All activities blow me pla lo constituency. So within these 3 days, you me all the land who said been declared. Now you didn't get your 50,000. Budget has got to do it. Front up in there. Now you will walk him na release him on ammonia. Long the land who said been declared penis. Now larpla money blow last year. You may not receive him yet. Please release him this money. Let him 1 million blow this laya. And Bami come back na come kiss him. No supposed to talk right lo milo have. So we like to also say all congratulations. President, the executive government, honorable members, thank you so much for being partners. Lo you mean all the activity you be making. Lo soem olsem this port house, government, and staff. Lo tete. Me one bell steret lo, member lo tonsu, tame me tok lo road. I've been there. Me witness him this la road, now this la tok me true all gata. So as I'm saying, administration or land lo yumi lo department, yumi must hurry up lo funding. Inoblo mi lo member, our people are waiting to see, feel and touch leadership lo yumi na lo make him on him. And yet, you walk lo holding pass money, you walk lo delay you yet, lo signing lo checks lo mi so that mi can walk him na come up lo sample walk come up. Inside long constituencies blow you me all gata. So with this, me appeal strong again on land blow finance. Progressive all gata payment blow me pla in errors long all gata constituency our remaining funds from last year. Thursday, Friday, this la house must kiss him all gata check long. Now you be walk about one time, go to place, now you may go walk him walk. I'm clear, but thing him. Tamalo tank come up, or some tank will have close to back come up. Now roofing I come up. No can go give him. It's going to be termed as bribery. But you mean one. You may say, well, how you may not make him something. Use your officers to go and do it. So, minogat planti tok. Miyama mastasol. Longol kata work to bin come up. Setting up cooperative societies. Funding you may kisim. Long commerce, trade and industry. You may harim pinisaste. All usade all you access him. Liklik you kisim. You may come up him senes. Liklik me kisim. 100 blow me. We go put him lo mama bank. Just to make it easier for my mamas in the constituency. You go access him loan, deal with the bank. Now me fully guarantee more kata loan blongol, longoli kiss him lo mama bank. So that is good news longolo mama blow me, lo constituency together. Biba me nominate long 9th of July. Biba me nominate 9th of July. So I think sa teti pila track we kamo. Lokam witness him this nomination. Mino pila nomination yatu. Because I see there's the first impression is going to be the last as well. And the last is going to be the result that you're going to get. So one time this la, congratulations. Lo yumi olgata. Olusat be come back. Nagod ba yumi come bung back lo here. People the sorry must talk. Am I right? So good luck. Also we go. We been talk minutes. You got triple life members tablo here. Honorable Robert Hamal Sawa, Honorable Ezekiel Masat, and come back again. Maybe count one. Now Honorable Mablo Halia, Patrick Nisera. We'll try our level best to be back again, to complete this process. One time, you may all here. Me believe, but you may come back yet. Look out him this la. Lick you hold him. Now you may walk about one time. Thank you.
The Honorable Minister for Lands.
Thank you, Speaker, for allowing me to debate on the statement made by the President on this Bougainville Mining Production Levy Amendment Bill 2025. Me like start debate below me one time. One plotting thing where me being walk along looking as we progress towards the end of this fifth term. Me walk along looking also. I think when the next house along this Bougainville house, I think I must focus more strongly now long determining that the economy of Bougainville is up and running. And one of those things that we've been looking at along all MIPLAO economic sectors is this one. Having the policies that will bring about that change or the economic environment along MIPLAO painim sampla money.
Honorable Minister, I'll allow you to make reference to the President's Bilia Mibin Pasim Pinisa. We've already passed it, but I can allow you to make some reference, but really debate Igoantem mostly to do with an Olo statement.
Thank you. So me woklong bisina kam too, so me woklong maybe one of me, but I got to say that when I make reference to this bill where you pasim, I also want to echo the importance of Bougainville, maybe when it comes long next house. And must now look strong long raising the bar blow economy inside of Bougainville, what we normally term as the internal revenue. You may all get is that we are now, closing on long display independence aspirations. Now, the President, the Attorney General, only been making big work through long display time. I think 70% of the focus along this year, or this term actually, was focused on trying to get the 98% independence vote to a certain level. And I think we have done that, and there has been some challenges in trying to get us go there. But me, like, just generally making some comment, Mr. Speaker, that I feel that are very, very important. Having the economic sector laws now processes, I think is our next step forward. We work along, believe strong also, when the next house comes into formation, we must look strong now, long kirapim, the level of economic recovery inside Bougainville to a certain level. And in order for us to do this, we must get all these laws where requiring me long walking. Mr. Speaker, to me, when I look at this 4 hours, I think me by honestly talk also, we have not achieved the level of economic recovery that we were trying to achieve along this 4 hours. And it is very, very crucial for us to take stock. One plus something along me as a leader is I want to be very, very practical in every undertakings that me are like working. The end result is always what motivates me. Time me walk along walking. Recently, me by just touchly click, maybe when you allow me, time me generally debating all talk blong president na AG, that inside long department, me play work strong. First of all, long make sure that the 4 land laws, and I want to take this time long to thank you, long Attorney General. As a Minister for Legislation, that have been guiding the department good through. Long only make sure that these laws for land must be completed. And I want to take this time to really thank him, now this responsible department officers, that when we began the process, things ran smoothly. Me like also to thank you long all former ministers, like Member Blohagogoe, for making sure that the powers that being transferred come down. Long me apply kirapi moldista laws on top. Today, just generally speaking, Mr. Speaker, I'm a very proud minister going out. Because of some of the very key accomplishments we working inside long department. That is why me talk na start one time this issue of us getting the economy up, the next house. We must not waste time. And this is very crucial. If I am going to be very serious, and by me asking, what is the actual internal revenue from Bougainville? I believe the answer that you will give him is an answer that by you may not expect him. So that is why having those laws that are necessary to raise the economy along Bougainville is very, very necessary. Recently, the department was able to launch again one policy, overarching policy, I call it the blue and green economic policy. And just speaking on top of this, me making big strive toward this policy. It was launched last Friday. And then, lucky enough, there was this big board, only call him the Green Climate Fund, that funds all our, climate impacts, all developments that are associated with climate impacts. Only been requesting that this Bougainville economic green and blue economic policy is presented to that big fund board. So we successfully presented the policy last night, and we got a very good response from the team or the board. It's the 42nd meeting of the board. Now, it's the first time only holding long Papua New Guinea. And Big Mary long this board and one Pla Mary, she's from France. And she has committed US 63.4 million. And Mipla long Bougainville, through the green and blue economic policy, we will be beneficial by benefit out of long all this commitment. Long antap long this policy, I work long look more too long all people blow you me long atolls. And me like to sabe long leadership long atolls that there are 4 ships or boats, bigger boats, worth 2 million and me play securing finish that you buy need long launch him na saving more people belong you. So these boats are ready. And by July or so, by only Kisimi Kamlong Bougainville. Mr. Speaker, I reiterate again, I cannot say, you know, much more than what I'm saying. Me believe also in all our undertakings, we must start to put our hands down, long grabbing this economy from Bougainville. You may targeting maybe 150 million. Next year going forward, or the 5th house for that matter. You may need him through. Let's try and prove ourselves that we can be able long raising the power of the economy so that this independence, American Karim Kai. It is not only for independence, Mr. Speaker, but it is also for our children. Or we must get this economy to sustain themselves. And our people must also understand the different laws that we apply working law, make sure that the economic recovery that we are talking about, Emikarim Kai. Make him ground block you available. Stand together and then make land free. When you become an obstacle to your own land, and by now something will come up. Attracting a lot of interest from investors. And then there are challenges also with the land laws, especially when you may give more power on customary land owners. You got to issue on customary land owners too within the customary land owners that me notice him. And that's a challenge that we must deal one time. You carry one project you go along all customary land owners. All two ipait ang tablong ulit na tok nogat. This line tasol papagiraw this line nogat. And that's something that we really need to sort it out for us to have the environment conducive for economic empowerment. Mr. Speaker, as I close, I want to say that the strength of any nation is not determined by how much police we got, or by how much public servant we got, or by how much military strength we got. Mr. Speaker, the strength of any nation, for that matter, is determined by 3 letters. I'll call him the GDP. G stands for gross, P stands for product. G stands for gross, D stands for domestic, and P stands for product. This triple letter got big implication long them. Gross means the total, everybody in Bougainville. Domestic means those people living on that island. Product means how productive each person is inside Long Disla Island. And this is the economy that we are talking about. When we want to raise the bar of the economy in Bougainville, long government we must have strong laws. But also we must encourage our people to be very, very productive. Time finish me like talk also more the time is talking this like one talk. Independence is about responsibility. Responsibility is the ability to respond to the demands of freedom. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Member for Atolls.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Me number 3 speaker, Lon Tok Tok. Me like talk about tupla toktoki ko pas, oli karamapin plenty, all respondents, ability that me play nap grant him, igo long tupla statement, long Honorable President, na Minister belong Independent Readiness, na Attorney General, Honorable Masat. Me sanab on behalf of my people of the atolls na Nisan as a region, lon tokolosem, I have to repeat myself. All the time me talk long good pla work. Na hard work, you play in leading executive government, plus MIPLA, members of the fourth house, long walkabout play me, long aspiration belong people belong Bougainville. Long negotiations, long meetings, all various agreements you play in signing finish. Behind him, tupla statement, play tupla, Mr. Speaker, through you, me like talk, you no wrong. You state him good through. You me like appreciate him, you tupla. Now lo team, colleague, play tupla. Long lo tribe la hard work, like what my colleague member blo hako have been talk. He has been in this house from the first house. Me too, one pla long. You can forget him, Mangi Blong Atolls, that's all, you're right. You're right, I mean, you yet. But me like Tokolosem, me thank you too much. On behalf of my people, me like sharing this pla, good pla, time, one day more good pla, hard work, you pla, na me pla too, long parliament, without the parliamentary members, long all respective constituencies. And by heart too. That's all. There was a backup from us behind the scene. So me like talk, thank you too much. The latest signing through you, Speaker, long statement belong Attorney General, who said he make him tribal walk through long, make sure you may tupla government, national government of Papua New Guinea, na Bougainville, IBG, for that matter, even signed him the Melanesian agreement. Tinting. Yes, all get a good talk, stop, let's approach the process the way Melanesian people think. Not can behind him the Western culture, where you got one side up and one side down. Melanesian approach is two sides on a win-win base. Nami hamamas long this pla good pla signing you play in make him lately. The process will take course. Plenty of talk come up in through you, Speaker. All the same, the election to come, and we need him this continuity. Continuity is the key word I like to use, Mr. Speaker. This continuity. All good pla work you play in making finish. Let's progress all this pla work so that whoever comes in follow the steps and then lead him you may go along the next part of our Bougainville walk towards independence. So lo miet mino kata Tok plandi long well statement bla itu pula me support him tasol. So lo behalf of people bla me try bla hamamas. But also me talk this election 2025 that is 3 or 4 days away is very crucial. Also colleague member bla hako talk. It's very crucial that we don't lose the pinpoint of our work. You must continue to plaster it the way it was so that you may get this continuity of leadership long taking you may go to the end. Especially towards the appropriate time, you may even put in time long and finish. Long 2027. Mr. Speaker, Pamito Kolosem, Bougainville, through Thomas, colleague Minister of Lands, and we talk straight. The economic base of Bougainville must be the basis of of everything that we do. Mihamamas, thank you, Minister of Lands. You have done your very, very best. Make sure the lands department of yours, and we address him all issues, land issues, long the region. And Mihamamas Tumas, you did a very, very, very good job as a minister. Me like applauding you, long work for you. But as I'm addressing the statement of the Honorable President and the Attorney General, me like talk. Thank you, Tumas. La you to again. Long all good pla hard work play pla. You got all criticisms. There were Facebook criticisms, Mr. Speaker, and these criticisms they did not come from outside. They came from within. People from Bougainville. People who think otherwise. People who study like twisting story for their gain. But let me tell you, you must stand tall. You did your very best. You did your very best, and you have your backing. Sambla Blomibla, at your back, we know you have done your best. So thank you very much for all what you have done. And continue to be who you are, who we are, and who you are. Long passing the walkabout one time together, hands in hands, long bringing Bougainville towards the next phase. So one time the salam, Mr. Speaker, me hamamas long talk also on behalf of my people of the atolls, we look forward to the next phase and to working with you again. Should we come back in the next house number 5. So, lo you lo backbenders, you me all backbenders, thank you too much. I must take this opportunity, long talk also, thank you very much. You all have done your very best. You also me talk, never mind how much we did, how much good plus something you may work him, there is always criticism. There is always some crossfire. But me must talk him, you have done your best. And you must be proud of you. But again, let's shoulder the weight and walk forward long, look more long, walk about long. Next government comes number 5 house. With that, Mr. Speaker, may like talk. Thank you, Thomas, long giving me this time.
Leader of Government Business, Minister
Thank
for
you.
Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, me to me like, kisim sila time liklik long. Serum liklik all thinking where me looking also me important lo you me long. Time me will go inside long display walk about now. Based long display statement where to leader lo you me working the president and the AG long political walk about lo you me. Pastor Milak talk, thank you, the President. Also, I'm planning to talk. President is one of the sub-suitors. Long Olga about Bougainville. That's why long sampla long me plan talk also. We need to make sure that we continue to maintain this president, because President, although Eminos how talk plenty, President most times, I mean, shock him, even the Prime Minister. Even the nation of Papua New Guinea. Long this walk about where today you walk about long him. So me like talk, thank you, Lord President. Now AG, thank you long. You continue to lead. Long make him show some Bougainville, he must come up him. This plus something where you may seal him by the 20,000 blood lives na blood of people of Bougainville. So I mean important lo you me leaders this parliament after the referendum was voted by 97.7%. This parliament, the House of Torah Manisira government, I mean, House will make him show some, we need to some talk to one national government. Now make him so secure in this like independence. Now today to statement only working. At the same time, me like to talk long. Me like to thank you long. Department long AG, the very hard-working secretary of the department, Miss Stephanie Eliza. Most times me sit down and me look and I me talk. See, he has a heart for Bougainville. I'm sa sanap na make him so I'm guiding more leaders. No make him so you me talk good. Now even convincing, touching the core issues of the all discussions blow you me one time national government. Me like so take him time, although AGM me talk thank you long. The technical team, the very hard-working Bougainville technical team, bro, BMAT, all too only, they are the guys behind the scene, only making more real work. So, you can talk, thank you long all. The likes of Capiato, Albert Punghao, the former president, James Tanis, all this plan line blow you me, only go past blow you me. Even before the leaders go, this guy is the technical team, so this I go now, this I talk pass. One time advice blow AG. So me like talk thank you long. This plan work. Now only make him not today. You make a this plan agreement. The Melanesian relationship agreement. Also AG talk, you got plenty critics you will talk. That's why you may all government we need to be serious. We need to make sure that this agreement that you may laying down, you may must guide him so that we end up one time independence. When we don't guide it, months are by the talk. Pre-association. No God. People of Bougainville, they have voted for independence as defined in the ballot box law referendum. Yeah. We need that independence. In a free association or whatever. So, me believe leadership, lo AG, and by continuing steering government, na people, na or leaders lo Bougainville, make him so some national government. You must give him, you me this like something you me vote long him. Word independence. Planet time, Mr. Harim AG, Mr. Tok. Lord is la word I. Most leaders are not like mentioning. Even moderator, you may plan time, I mean, not talk too much long. So, this is what we have died for. This is what we aspired to see in Bougainville. This is our freedom. So, me amamas long son. But AG, long time me walk about it goes. Me like those things that the president has explained, the transferable powers. And what is la power, me plamas kisim. AG department, bro, you must speak up too. No side long lawyer. Long side, planet time, you like working more law now. You mean what or legal draftsman. And more areas when you need to work longer. So the true, you may come up in this like independence and Karim Kai. Number two, me like to talk to this loud sovereign powers. Along the line, we must make sure certain of those sovereign powers must be transferred down. Easy. You mean must transfer all these powers to come down. Now all institutions that makes a nation, all these institutions that we need to make sure that they must be established. Also Bank of Bougainville. All kind of institutions also that we need to make sure that only must Karim Kaiga. So that at the end, the real meaning of independence, true, you can look in inside of Bougainville. Honorable members, one area that you need to look long to time you look display elections. Me believe people only work opposing independence, all by pouring money he come inside of Bougainville. Long financing all candidates, where only like opposing you me so that you may not can come up in this like independence. So you may need to make him so you may must talk about people, you may now only must look good. Suppose you may pass him mouse. This is one way all can water him down independence for Bougainville. So we need to be one employee me, he must stop alert. Radar you may must stop alert. So that you may can look savvy on all Kailan or something. You may must make him so some. You may talk savvy on people you mean. This independence that we have fought for, you may need to make sure that we preserve it so that you can true look him kai blong inside long nation do you mean bilang totok lig taso long this constituent constitution long independent state or some AG mentioned him that tomorrow by house by go convene go long constituent assembly. This is priority bro you mean. Like AG has stated, time will get something and we no work out. We have a fallback plan in place and stuff. So, me and my awesome government and we continue to make him so awesome. And we steer him road. When him someday come up, you may got whale or you may make him so awesome. You may must come up in these aspirations. Wrong people blow me. Finally, me like commending member for Marcus. Long cycle economy, member long Atos. Long this 2 years. If the independence date is the 1st of September 2027, we need to make sure that we utilize this last 2 years. Long make him so you may pip him up. Economy blow. Honorable members, last time maybe we talk long. Time me plow talk long panguna, me talk losing panguna past them. Now all members blow banner, banner, Bolawe, Baba, na Lato. The tailings. The tailings can become the savior of Bougainville. Tailings is like gold and Mr. Tailings is chemically extracted gold. I mean not natural gold. And something panguna man will be like outim taso. System in up outim 100%. So certain big percentage all go down on tailings. We need a dredge to recover the gold on the delta of Java. Easy straight. All Chinese last time only come Yaman work him cement yeah. Only put him dredge, that's when all start kissing gold. So these are some of the easy when you can make him now really revive him. This like economy blow you mean inside the region blow you mean. Time you mean work about the go some AGB work to some that this like peace agreement is number 1 priority. The number 2 priority where you mean work to constitution blow you mean. We need to make sure that we have the economy to pick it up. Because the national government might want to pull the plug. So when that happens, we at least have something that we can finance our government. And make him so you may run him all everyday services for people. We don't want to repeat 1989. Me want to leader I don't want us to see that 99 and we come back. No God. Where national government pulling plug no na something being put down. This government must feel awesome. We are responsible. So we need to make sure that you must come up in economy where we can help him, not make him so sustaining region. He come on one time awesome. Late Cabo been talk that Bougainville would become the Kuwait of the Pacific. One time Albert Punga been talk on the parliament. We will one day see jets fly in Bougainville. Fighter jets, not just mere jets for. With these few remarks, thank you through. Thank you all our members. We have worked hard. We need to make sure that all of us come back. Now we continue. With this, thank you very much.
Honorable Member Blahaku.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Me too, me like commend him strong through AG, one-time president, long two plug paper, where me can strong him all walkabout play me on Bougainville. Me like add him too long here, also he got all economic sector departments, only must look too long all areas belong all, come up in all strong policies, na look long how you can help him mining sector long kirap him economy of Bougainville. I think we should not lose sight of the fact that vast majority of our people, they own the land. Now too, most of them are customary land, and tap long end. They will remain the largest population in Bougainville that we should also look at and get them to participate and create value in those lands that they own. We can then invite, by creating institutions, longo na kirapi mall, na only take part lo displa. Me like to call some long economic sector, where mining by uplifting through status belong Bougainville financially. We must look to agriculture. Time recently come in, I took stock of the large plantations that we need to rehabilitate. But there are problems that we are confronted with, one of which, plenty of these plantations, all foreign owned yet. Now we must look. I think way back in Kabwe time, all of us talk long and nothing had actually eventuated, to the extent that by me look on a possible ideal time, way to address this situation. Long me yet, me start talk finish one time, sample plantation owners only come, na look in me, sample along mainland, sample along Kunwa, na sample along south, na only talk all some, all is the plantation here. Me play by come inside all some on them, na me talk him all some, sample all the plantations lo here, Godfrey Mental, ipapa longan. And I think you must look on how we can actually get together with Godfrey Mental, because I can foresee that with the plantations that Godfrey has actually won, he will get or experience serious scarcity of labor, because no Bougainvillean is willing to work for people on plantation sectors like this. So there has to be a way on how we can actually look at that and talk one time of foreign investors here, because they have the money. Now look him, now try him, survey all the list of plantations, now you may block him, and then reach an agreement with these owners, now only partner in terms of actually owning a block there, now come up him strong, under supervision, now only come up him, and then they export directly with this foreign investor, so that they also own a transfer of foreign currency. He come inside to all rural level. All this thing you must come up him now. So I mean look long nuclear sector, nuclear status, where all plantations here, well, we must look long how we can actually go in. I think Godfrey is willing to come in. That's all. Where we like come in, and we must find out. Yeah. And we must find out. I think they are talking about actually conducting a feasibility study. Now, there are some Bougainvilleans inside that group. Now, look. And I only call him title, Rehabilitation of Plantations in Bougainville. So, and this flow, some of the area now, me work thinking strong, na talk long all now. Just only a few weeks ago, I invited all the cocoa exporters and told them in no uncertain terms, you're buying cocoa from the people of Bougainville. You don't have large plantations, so you must look at how you can organize a partnership with them people of Bougainville. Not only hold him stake, long one business you export him cacao lo ilogan. Some people even agree. So I'm venturing into those areas down. But a big plus something long end. You must look long how we make him. So may I commend him, President Lodispla, we've been making step Lodispla. Currently, I am now reviewing the Bougainville agriculture plan. We reviewing this plan now. And I will need some economists to come on them. Now we please start look long and look long how we can create him strong this policy of agriculture come inside. But there's also one thing that I'm also looking at, and that is to create a rural economic policy for the grassroots in the rural areas. How can they play a part in actually uplifting what they own and what they can create value out of? Ground, yeah? So I'm this flow ting me look long and lo side blow independence ready, me no ready yet, because online blow me sample long you walk lo ting lo sign up to. Lo side blow community government. And I have ended doing a lot of work for the community governments. So community government in what capacity? One him lick money me savegat, me upload him long all. And I've told them in no uncertain terms that time only allocate money lo me upload him all these projects, na talk him all me run him major projects. And I've got several major projects in place now. So, also, like work, it's just that me got this problem, na me must find him money, lo try mo wanai si molis na something here. I must understand, you play must understand him this plan. But me still make him this plan, independence ready. Lastly, me like talk also, law mining operation. Mining operation, me like talk also, we should learn from the past. Now look, all people who may be affected or will be affected environmentally. Now look, lo side lo green, blue economy too, one kind too. In any major operations like this, you must get proper environmental plan in place. Now you must make people aware along your displayer. We don't want to repeat the same thing again. I think we have learned enough. Now you must look. I spoke yesterday, Lodis Plateau. So every good project, it's a real big major income earning opportunity for us to venture back into. Important Lodis Plateau. So me like Inapi Molsem, na me thank him AG, me thank him President. Na me too, me like give him thank you. But me no can talk and suppose to give him opportunity. And time lo me too. Lo thank him Yupla, especially all senior ministers, all senior members, all even start 2005 when I was still working with the government. Me look sabe through lo Yupla. You have come this far, but me work na me support him Yupla. One time this pla, thank you through. Me but me come back. But me come back. Thank you.
Honorable Member for North Nasio.
Thank you, Speaker. Once again, long giving me this opportunity. Me too, me like contribute long oral presentation long Attorney General long statement long na also lo support him to statement long President long side long revenue long side long mining sector. Firstly, before me comment, me like you me please appreciate in past time the current status of the economy of Bougainville. Current status of the economy of Bougainville is based on retail store, wholesaling, what do you call them, road construction, building construction, all this blah. So suppose you look at the economy, what comes out of this? And we look to in terms of comparing what the microeconomics you mean thinking lo kamapim lo here lo Bougainville. So with that statement, we can now work with some comment lo 2+ statement only give him. Firstly, because I was asked if I can explain this after lunchtime. Okay, one very important decision government through the request of the President, now Vice, now Attorney General is the transfer of shares. Transfers of shares. But we must explain it because all figures in all media only no clarify too much. Transfers of shares. When Rio Tinto made the decision to withdraw from Bougainville or withdraw from Panguna, and we offload them share long end. The total shares of Rio Tinto, because I'm talking about microeconomics now. Total share of Rio Tinto, and even upload them, and I talk, I can, me not work business in Bougainville because it's a volatile and unsecured place to operate. Total shares, Rio Tinto been uploaded is 53.84%. So how only been uploaded is, I mean, give him 36.4%, and we go long PNC government. Now only been transparency la shares, you go company, mining company, Papua New Guinea, Mr. Speaker, only call him lo Edam Mining Limited. So total long and long, the shares, I think only transparent, maybe worth, I think 39 cents Australian, 39 cents Australian dollars, the stock exchange of Sydney. na value belongan, Mr. Speaker, and 228.15. That's in Kina. The other share, been transparent, ikam lo gaman blo Bougainville is 17.39%. Even salim ikam lo ABT. But only no we release him this lo shares ikam until last week I think ikam ablo media. So this plan lo ABT. Now suppose you total blogan in Kina equivalent at the rate of 39 cents Australian dollars for stock exchange is 24,459,000 or 409,562.36 lo ABT. This is the transfers now. This isn't only been working, but the transfers of shares and all of them. This is the share lo Rio Tinto underneath lo company even operate lo Panguna, the company known as Bougainville Copper Limited. Clear lo display. Now total shares now only give him lo yumi lo value now ikam lo Rio Tinto ikam now only transfer him ikam lo ABT is 75,572,791.11 cents. Sorry, 11 toya in Kina. So that's the shares. That's only shares. It's not 2 plus shares. And lo Rio Tinto otasol. That's 53.84. It comes further, Mr. Speaker. It got nar plus share. Papu ni gaman ibibin kat lo Panguna. Lo company o lo call him lo Bougainville Copper Limited. Total longan 19.006%. In Kina equivalent, Mr. Speaker. And a total of 26,753,666.39. Ikam lo yumi. So in total, Mr. Speaker, emi transfer em siya lo Papua New Guinea gaman Rio Tinto, emi total longan emi naplo 72.9. Milaki yumi must clear. This is macroeconomics. You know microeconomics, macroeconomics. Now, total belongan, it's not 140 million as stated in the media. That's wrong. Total belong display 72.9. Mi tok longan lo support him issue statement lo attorney na president lo support yumi lo yumi must come up and come up lo economy. Total belong is 72.9. Mr. Speaker, it's equivalent to 102,326,457.50 toya. Must clear. The other issue government Blayumi must address him, Mr. Speaker, is this. What happens to the 27.10% share? Public shares held by individuals in Papua New Guinea and overseas, especially European customers. 27.10. My recommendation to this government, you may buy up this plus share, but for Bougainvillean shares, only buy share, now only got share out of 27, leave it there. By transfer, kamlo yumi tasol. Although outside the non-Bougainvilleans, we buy them off. At the moment, total this plus shares, Mr. Speaker, is 38,039,053.48 in public shares. Let's buy it. Now, you make some money. I can do this. That's all. Now. I can get breaching finance. Now, you buy more of this plus share. That's my feeling. Buy more of this plus share, and then we will 100% ownership. Only talk by Salim Kamlo ABT. ABT got one companies. It's a local company. The company is Momis Gaman only established him, Mr. Speaker. Only call him Bougainville Mining Limited. So what this shares should, must come now, must come to this company. This company is held in trust by, I think, 3 man. In trust as shareholders and also director. This money must come here now. You may restructure in this company now, Bougainville Mining Limited, and now company of Bougainville, 100%. Once we get this company put in place the structure of the company, like shareholding, let's say, sample shares by Golo ABT, sample shares by Golo long landowner, sample shares by Golo ex-combatants, because emol turang wali fight na, plan di dai come up, na wali fight lo this plan. Let's come up in this plan now, and we set up this company, and then this company must get a license, lo Panguna. Exploration 01. Give me go at the moment, all people are now confused. Only talk to them. This plan, BCL, have I come off him again. That's my advice to the government. Lo this plan. Now me talking you, plan, once we get these things done. But the thing is, all Panguna land on us too. All Kurung Karang, they split in groups. That's why we need extensive consultation on them all. Lo agree on good plus something na yung mikirapim. Lo tok lo gaman leader itok lo one em silt lo lower tailing niya. This also mining too you can apply long mining because this plan mining niya long underneath lo mining law lo you lo Panguna the pit is M10MN number 5 ya. Now only been give him SML lo BCL longan. What we can do is, if we do this thing right, we can start mining in the next 5 years or 7 years now. No, me like making this plan that's all. Lo halibim yumi lo understand him. Now, the reason why Panguna came blew up, you know what got shareholding lo landowners, you know got shareholding lo provincial government. So that's why this thing blew up and then became a Panguna crisis and then later it became an independence war, revolution. So me like sharing one time yumi lo this plan, lo morning me talk finish lo sample site long gold production levy, so me no not touching this plan. This plan me like him yumi where you me clear lo this plan so that me halivim yumi all get a government by me well focused na structure in the company below Bougainville, we get a license, not BCL. Once we get this license, we can do it. We have all the geologists stuff, exploration. And then later when we go into the mining, through the Mining Development Forum, we can come up one time alternative mining. We can contract Panguna to a mining company. One time Yumi got license. That's one option. The other options too, stop. But with this, Mr. Speaker, minapolosam ha. Lo halibim Yumi ta solo understanding process. Thank you.
Honorable Member Blo Baba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Lo, give me opportunity to make him some legal contribution. Lo, our statements have been companies. Mr. Speaker, I think as this House and law come to an end, there's a lot of things that we've reminisced on in terms of the challenges that we've faced, what we've delivered on. I think I'm important to focus to something people have been making penis. Planetary people, we focus on things that could have been. Now, I may distracting people along on the pathway when people work take him to learn from the lessons that we've seen in terms of what we've delivered and what we could have delivered. Look, one something next house you can look. Mr. Speaker, me like make him some legally comment law firstly, law statement where President me deliver him. Just a few comments on the statement where I've been covering really what's happened in the past 5 years in relation to the 6-point strategy. Mr. Speaker, me firstly to thank you for process where progress where this government has made so far in terms of particularly the political journey of Bougainville. And I think the government has taken massive strides in terms of ensuring that from where we left off, time referendum has been come up. na 97.7% outcome been come up. What this government could have progressed in terms of looking straight when I'm now me play inside this house in up come up long em. One part of the journey me playing up come up long em in terms of taking this political journey forward. Mr. Speaker, you know what one generation, Mr. Speaker, me can feel entitled. Lotogol sem me tasol now me by me holding fight, me current fight gonna me now by my raising flag. I think President me correctly stated inside of this statement that inside lo about blow me plan. Me no work blow one generation tasol. I think planet time me play as leaders too time me play walk about long this la journey. There are times that me play thing also. I think we feel entitled to have a work of one generation stretched out beyond multiple generations. But I think the President has, in his wisdom, stated correctly that it is the inheritance of many. I mean, work long generation that's all. Now, me pla this la house. Me pla can tell them we have taken the work of many generations, the role me pla play now, this far. Now, time me pla like going to next house, again, an election now by determining when if something come up in terms of what role we play again as leaders in the next house. Mr. Speaker, political control, now political about, and we take off through. There's been advancements made. The level of commitment this government has had, the level of engagement is engagement that has been at a level unlike any other. The number of engagement that this government has had with the national government, and me show him, and reflecting the commitment and resilience this government has had in relation to ensuring that this process, lo walkabout na allowing Bougainville must go towards the political objective, he must come up. Na me like acknowledge him this walkabout. Although he got plenty challenges, me plenty time talk to internal preparations, which is very, very important for this government. And this must continue to be a focus of the next house. Ensuring that people are ready through. Our people only acutely aware lo one kind situation and one kind challenges. Me plan to face him, suppose me play already na me play kirap na walk about. But I think, Mr. Speaker, in terms of political control, I want to make those comments. In terms of the economy, Mr. Speaker, I want to something where this la house, na planting member, this la house, he continue to talk to economy blo me plan. The lack of strategies, na plans, na policy, this level, ensuring that me play must allow him this government exercise him independence in the economy. This house me play facing plenty challenges. This government, not only this house, but in the past 3 houses he come up now. Mr. Speaker, I got plenty stakeholder inside long economic walkabout Blomi plan. I think the biggest challenge that we face are multiple stakeholders trying to take a stake in the development of the economy. I got plenty interests, personal interests, maybe selfless interests. Lo mipla lo Bougainville must develop the way mipla objectively look some independence na sanapim economy bla. Na I got all external interests to only come. And there's a collision of all those interests. And I think this government in the next house, then what this government has also tried to do is ensure that MIPLA guide him this process. And that's very important. Lo guide him this process. Lo ensure him that this economy MIPLA must harness him. Lo way MIPLA prioritize him, lo Bougainville. Obviously, we have international interests and that continue to knock at the door. Lo ensure him also how Bougainville is not partner. Lo take him control lo economy blame. Mr. Speaker, he got sample all key resources lo Bougainville. And me stop. Now one blow long I'm only mentioning him as a flow, Mr. Tailings. Mr. Speaker, since we have been mentioned by name, remember Blobana, me like making very clear that since the start of this house, all member Lobana district, only try hard to ensure that the development of that resource, lo supporting economy blo mi pla, me fully realized. But I can tell you, Mr. Speaker, tami sana blo dis lahap, those efforts have at every point in time have been met with challenges. Have been met with challenges. I mean, also, member Blobana is seen down nothing. Every effort, Mikan to also has been met even with sabotage. All efforts blow members Blobana. Now, I become no kind sector. Ex-combatants, they are one stakeholder who have interest in the tailings. All external partners, now foreigners, only got interest to have. At the political level, all Bana leaders, you got interest to ensure that this tailings resource is harnessed for the economy of Bougainville. I think we need to do better. MIPLA need to do better. I think efforts inside long developing this resource. Any example, that's all. What's been happening around Bougainville in terms of our efforts to develop the economy of Bougainville. And big challenge. Now sabotage plan them no come outside. Them inside lo yumi. The efforts of Bougainvillean leaders are sabotaged by other leaders. And I mean not think on way MIPLA by work lo kirapim economy mbla. And it's not a way to ensure that economic control is gained. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Togolsen Planetime, and I want to acknowledge this green and blue policy where me passed. Now me support him through work where member Blo Marcus making, foundation laid by the former ministers, of course, Hamal Sawa, and former public service minister to, current public service minister to Sindan Lohap. Lo ensure him that this policy and come to this level. It came through some of the most unlikely ways. Lo go inside lo cabinet as a policy, and now MIPLA as a policy decision, it come out lo cabinet, and now MIPLA come up to this level. Now me opening up opportunities inside lo blue and green sector, the blue and green economy, where Planetime all people blame me all talk long sustainability. Now one blow all this fathers, you know one blow, but it's a father blow revolution. Francis Ona been talk long and me to also man environment. It's a revolution. Now I think this is policy here. Let me answer him this talk to where revolution been come up long. Lo sustainable economy, so sustainable sector. And I think, Mr. Speaker, I've held a view that sustainable sector too, if MIPLA harness him correctly, it's able to actually generate enough to revive and execute our objectives inside the non-renewable sector. Planetime, the view is that non-renewable sector, then by kirapim na bankroll mo nalpla sectors of the economy. Maybe it's in reverse. Maybe it was some sustainable sector, and we can make him this too. I think focus from MIPLA Panguna, it will be troublesome. It will be prolonged. It's been prolonged for the past 3 houses, and we go yet. I think human factor, one big issue, Mr. Speaker. The human factor, the unpredictable nature of man. Now, kind of interest from man, and that's been a very big factor that MIPLA as a government must harness him. Mr. Speaker, administrative control. MIPLA say got big challenge threat administration. Then I also talk long member Blohago, and me resonate. Want them how MIPLA planning members facing challenges the administration. And I think unless we MIPLA achieving full administrative control, lo way MIPLA implement more programs from MIPLA. And by you still facing challenges, alignment with political vision, and how we execute the political vision. You may got Vision 2052, M-STOP finish. You may got all MTP, M-STOP. And how we execute those will really depend on how administration responds to the way MIPLA deliver our programs and the way programs and projects are planned to be delivered. Mr. Speaker, me agree with the statement the President is making. That independence, I mean, no one something below paper, that's all. It has to be fully realized. And we must, something when MIPLA not touch him, it must be tangible. Now, how MIPLA deliver long him, and very, very important. We must deliver through an approach that is a whole of government oriented approach, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, lo side lo mobilizing private sector, me looking sample big play issues. I think one of the biggest issues, Mr. Speaker, is that through different houses, triple house coming up now, fourth house now. I think Mibla as a house, as a government, we failed to really facilitate the growth of the private sector. Private sector is very important for economic development. Now, Mibla, the ABG, Mibla still focus on get involved in business. Mibla focus on SOEs. And I think the strength of growing economy is how Mibla government must strongly facilitate him. Regulatory mechanism Mibla must strong. In order to attract him investment, attract him more local businesses to grow. The private sector, and critical threat to growth of the economy. The government and stop making sure that we are focused on ensuring that the facilitatory mechanisms, the regulatory mechanisms are working. And I think, Mr. Speaker, we as a government, Mibla need to make him this work in a strong way yet. Mibla got big challenge to implementation, execution. I think monitoring has been a very big challenge. Plenty project too, we come up now. Programs, all organizations deliver them. We do not have proper monitoring mechanisms. Mibla not got proper follow-up, and this has impacted on how Mibla assess him really. How Mibla delivering budget and execute him. Whether money blow Mibla, go to this sector, really deliver him straight objective blow Mibla. Underneath lot visions when Mibla establish him. Now, Mr. Speaker, Bougainville by Milosem, all man lo work. Bougainvilleans are hard-working people, entrepreneurial people, or land making business. And I think the role of the government in facilitating the growth of that sector is very, very important. And I think the more we can do in that sector, Mr. Speaker, Mibla can really harness him this opportunity where Bougainville and got this time. Lo sarap lo new direction. Lo this new era, you may call him. Mr. Speaker, lo side of international relations, we continue to ask the question whether development partners, time only deal with Bougainville, whether their delivery, whether their programs are aligned to the aspirations of this government. That's one big question. I think it got point in time where Bougainville too must decide how Mibla by must through conducting international relations with Mibla. Now through how to monitor him. Now manage him all programs only deliver him to Bougainville. Mr. Speaker, I got plenty of issues. And when you may talk about international relations, you may talk about macro level, you know, at the bilateral level, but at the same time, we're at the level of delivery of Bougainville, time all bilateral partners will deliver. And one play important something when Mibla must look long, managing. Now this la issue long donor coordination desk here, and very important threat. It's very important, Mr. Speaker. If we cannot coordinate, if Mibla not manage him, not coordinate him will work, and become a big problem, Mr. Speaker. It will continue to be a big problem. Mr. Speaker, time me like finish, me like acknowledge him to all sample support. I think I have 2 minutes. Me like to thank you, Lord, Nisira Toroma Nisira government. Me like acknowledge him support that we've received. We've been receiving as from the technical services. There are a couple of projects that we've been working on. The Ministry of Finance, Department of Finance has been, although we've faced challenges, we've continued to work together to deliver on some key areas. Commerce has been very supportive. Me like to thank you, Lord Minister of the DPI, on some of the initiatives that have happened. And in the 5 years, a lot of it has been around initial studies, when we continue to deliver along them. Minister of Health, we acknowledge his support with department and we continue along working. There's key impact projects coming up under the health sector, DPI, the tech services. At the same time, police minister, we acknowledge his support. You continue to provide him. At every turn, the police have been very supportive of issues that plenty come up Baba, not just addressing issues that are occurring, but also preempting some of those issues. Thank you, Lord, this partnership. Minister for Independence, I think support Lord Minister for Independence has been very good in ensuring that community government can support and delivering awareness across the constituency and getting awareness and information on the progress of this government across the constituency. And I acknowledge that support. Minister of Community Government, I think the department has been very supportive. I want to acknowledge the support from the community government in supporting our leaders and also encouraging and motivating us to progress in direct delivery goal people through all community government grants. I want to acknowledge also the Torama National Government. I had a bit of time in cabinet as a minister, and I may acknowledge him, President, bringing me into cabinet for Tupla Ministry we've been staff. May acknowledge him, this experience has been very invaluable to the leadership when we hold him. Me like to thank you, Lord President, all presidential commitments. First one being a commitment, Lord President, Lord Bana district across. In 2020, we brought the president down to Mamarego for the special economic zone land mobilization launching. And the request to the president was made for initial maintenance of Tupla Road, Tupla Key Road in Salobana. And the president responded very favorably. Namilak Tok, thank you, Lord President, Lord, all commitment. And he's got some commitments, and we're running into election now, but those commitments, Milak acknowledge him too. Milak, Lord, this time also acknowledge him, all community government leaders, Lord Baba, for their support. In the past 5 years, it's been a learning experience for most of them in terms of the level of governance people are trying to deliver the community government. I'd like to thank the donor partners for projects planned and ongoing that have happened and where my constituency has actually fallen within the scope of those projects. Me like acknowledge him, all his partners. Me encourage him continued alignment to the policy of the government as we continue to deliver together. Me also like to thank you finally to the colleague members of this house, as Mibla Lusim this Lahab. I'd like to thank you for the experiences we've had in terms of sharing the experiences from the senior level to new members, from the executive level to the backbenchers, colleague chairs of the committees. Me talk thank you, Lo Yupla, Olga the walkabout Mipla bin Mekim in terms of delivering at the policy level for this government. There have been disappointments, Mr. Speaker. As a legislative chairman, there's been a lot of disappointment in terms of the level of funding that's been available to the committees to do their work. I hope that this approach or the level of support to the committees improves in the next government, and I hope that we have a separate self-accounting system for the parliament as we come into the next house. One time, Mr. Speaker, me like to thank you. Give me time, making presentation. Thank you.
Honorable Member for Kongara.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me time. Me can contribute to this platform important statement of Honorable President, Attorney General. Sanap making all people of Kongara constituency. Me like acknowledging the Honorable President and the Attorney General long all big achievement, especially long deal one time this one critical issue and independent Bogokan bill. From day one, where Tupla Karim result Bloyumi go through law consultations, he come in up now this time me go through law moderation now. Na close to time member go in solo parliament, where all national members will you by all deal one time. How long big black concern below me as a member for Kongara constituency. The political independence me looking also my first priority. And number one priority. It's all defined in the Bible, Matthew 63, seek first the kingdom of God. That is the covenants. Okay, number two is economic independence. So, Bible it talks seek first the kingdom of God, and all these other things that is money matters, and by come behind. So it is the political independence that second pass by me must achieve him, by him must achieve him past time. Okay, big pla concern below me. Now time all get a consultation process na moderation ni finish na ako sa parliament now. And now time all national MPs below me and by all deal one time all NARPLA members. Big pla team below me before parliament sitting and me come up, I think you may need like small national MPs below you may come back. Now you may equip him all go through one time Bougainville history. One bla recipe that all the time my master stop inside long time below debate background info history where Emi Tokolsen Bougainville is not Papua New Guinea. Bougainville is originally Solomon Island, which is defined by our cultural similarities, skin color. Me like him by bipartisan committee too. You must work hard. Long educate him all national MPs so that by only got only must sabe ko true lo Bougainville isa na buya na yung pursue independence. Miss sabi also national government by continuing it long defending constitution, but suppose you may look you come back law history of Bougainville. Even before the drafting of PHC constitution, Bougainville was Solomon Island. I mean of Papua New Guinea. All colonial powers that all living Kisim, Brooklyn, Bougainville, Kisim ikam lo Papua New Guinea. Now behind now, only time only drafting constitution, only making Bougainville and come up part of Papua New Guinea. Na Yumino Naplong time national government emuklong defending constitution me like to say emuklong defending constitution where no right. Because originally Bougainville is Solomon Island. And me wampla difficult have now you may come up long end where really better let me stop. Where real taco board, namelo tupla government im close stop. And me have now by all national MPs blow you me he must defend him good through. Rights belong all the people, where only we vote him independence. So, and big black concern below me. All the time, long debate. He must get presentation for Bougainville history. Okay, long independent ready declaration, all the constituencies. Kongara constituency yang been declared on June 4. Na this parliamentary motion where parliament has been passing, emino 1+ came. Emi 1+ true plus something. Long Isaiah 46:10. Bible it tells him, God declares the end from the beginning. Life you me walk about, equal independence, and 1+ can walk about, you me walk about step by step. One time will plenty declarations you will make him. Now time he been declared, me been feeling straight, atmosphere being changed. Even that 1+ big political system being come up. Declaration have been come up. He been closing. All chapter. Walk about me. Now I been open new chapter again. Where people continue to walk about. Now maintain him. All of this benchmarks where and maybe better out of parliament as a parliament motion. And me way go to me sabe work. And so declare him outcome before me starting 1+ something. So we are on the right track. Now, all kita constituency declarations, you may by make him and by set him now stage of platform of president, and by sanapan tablong him, na by make him sound him trumpet overall by making overall declaration, long talk him Papua New Guinea. Our neighboring countries of the Pacific, the United Nations and the rest of the world, that Bougainville now is ready. The Yumi Olgetai declare finish, and by Yumi setting platform, stage, where President and Ambassador Pantablongem, one time power emigrant, authority emigrant, was a president, and by making this declaration. So all of that applause that you know declare me, wish him you all the best. When time you by declare, you by declare. Okay. Long finishing talk below me like him, voice him out loud here today. Lord, this honorable house, and also to the people of Bougainville. You may maintaining to key leaders for you, Honorable President, and the Attorney General. Maybe Haran statement belong the Honorable Luther Wenge, where I'm being told them, time you stop one time one lawyer, you will never fail. Mr. Hamamas, you may got 1 lawyer. emi staff la front line. Na yo ko spearheading this la move. Blo yumi ko independence. Where emi ko deal one time. All the legal implications. Blo this blo walkabout. Na me got confidence long Attorney General and Minister for Independent Radio Mission and Implementation. Me like appeal on people to Tonsu. Returning back Attorney General, the Minister for Independent Radio Mission and Implementation. Me hama mastete time emi tokaw lo position below all people belongen. Now honorable senior, the President too, you mean returning me back to the people of Kongara constituency, people of Bougainville, me happy, please. You mean returning back, you know, President, so that by me completing this law walkabout, one time, this Platupal man, you know, President, Attorney General. Now, honorable senior ministers, members, to me liking, not necessarily returning back the Honorable Matthias Salas. Yes, and how me looking? So, honorable members, ministers, me wishing you all the best in your next election. Thank you with that. God and make a blessing in your kata.
Okay, kami aking last speaker, Member Blong Motuno, you know, nabiyan mi call him Attorney General lo make him some concluding remarks lo 2+ statement even come up lo morning. Thank you, Honorable Member.
Okay, thank you, Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to talk on behalf of my people of Motunahoyo Tagunutui constituency. Firstly, big Luksaya, Golo Speaker, with your vast experience, you look out in house. From the national government, you come, you work one time, but thank you very much. To the President, Vice President, Attorney General, and Independence Mission Implementation Minister, Honorable Ezekiel Massa, to all the BEC ministers, colleague members, to the BIMA team. Also, like to remember the past politicians, bureaucrats of Bougainville, former national parliamentarians, within, still alive, or those who have passed away, the veterans, chiefs, women's, youth, the future generation of this new nation to be. Number one, may I comment long statement. One praise that Honorable Masadi make him. He said that the fourth house was the busiest house. Me one bell is that statement. So with that statement, all of you members, you plus utama mas na smile. Or people is the fourth house was the busiest. To those members who were part of the first house, second house, or third house, me too, me salute you. The Education Minister, Mr. Thomas Padagu, Attorney General, Member Hagogohe, Taihu Pais, you went out, you came back again. Honorable William Masu, Honorable Robin Wilson, me like you blatu all sine, must come back. To the young members, campaign strong na come back. This is a mixture that me like Lugimlo, number 5 house. Ligik at was tasol. Time lo campaign, spread them good information na by come back. Don't fight with those keyboard warriors who are standing. Keep the right information na by you come back. To Honorable Masad, long constituency from me, even on Ligig Mangi or Stable Elementary, do I Stable you? I always saw videos of your statements. As a all, you talk long independence mission declaration. Not Aste, but Aste, Tuesday. Miringi go, mi harim boys bloy, mi aski musa di tok. Tok na boss bloy, independence mission, ready implementation. Honorable Master, mi tok, thank you. Even Ligig Mangi to Stave. Thank you very much for your stand as the independence minister. You know, Surik, you stand up strong. You fought for Bougainville. To the president, you have stood for the independence. You made a bold stand. Nogat kain karabur tok. You stood, you delivered, and you defended what you have said. So, as a honorable talk, President, we want you to come back. Masat, or that time is a talk, unopposed. I will see those ones who are trying to stand to talk to them. Like you must come back. We have a big mission to complete. To the other ministers, thank you very much. Minister Technical Services, me giving you a big talk, thank you on behalf of all the constituencies within the Southwest Corridor. Me looking Ligi or not Ligi container, but containers beside the Tavira River bank. Maybe behind you can talk in me when I can breathe. People are happy. At this, there are signs that infrastructure-wise we are moving. Bangara, there is a trading taking place. So I'm going to try and explain him that is trading before the bridge. With the infrastructure, Southwest Corridor, with this climate change, Technical Services Minister, take note, all the other members, I think, maybe needless in this road where Amino got called now. With the current climate change, I am sick and tired of seeing kilometer grading. Kilometer grading with millions from the OSAID has not changed. Every year we have potholes. Something like the fifth house, you may come back, the roads should be sealed. This is OSAID there. Come make him kilometer grading, dig him parrot, cut him grass. It's a waste of time and money. You miss him road. The sensory report, Tapak and Mira is gone some good years ago. You may talk, na doctor some big something. Road, important long economic development. Roads are very vital. The other thing that we can look at is power. Lo supporting tok lo Baba member. You may talk plan di 2 months long tailings. Lo mineral is rib long mouse long maraw. I think my comment here is let's come together, come with a common decision. Now man start mining more waste law up. From rumors, there are about 4 or 5 individuals, companies, trying to come in and do the mining. So I want to ask, through the mining department, Toksairo Ambrana, again, or can start mining on a waste, rather than looking at the big hole. To the Ministry of Economic Development, thank you, Trulo, give him, have employee long incentive fund of 100,000. To you, Honorable Patrick Nisira, that 100,000 has now grown to 406,318 kina. Mibla growing, so one day we will return back the 100,000. Even though department, I mean, giving Mibla Moduna Narabla 100,000. We will return the other 100,000 as token of appreciation. So to me, that money, I'm making more money, ikirab tintin na look na to, oh yeah, there is something happening. So to the Economic Development Department, thank you very much for the incentive fund that you have given to all the constituencies. I think that's a way forward. So to conclude with the economic development, what I have observed from the first house to the second house, third house, echoing on what member Papa has said, I think you mean good strategic plan to harness some of those resources and to set the direction na you may move. Aste, you may talk too much of that ship that was Bagarabi stop. Then we have some of the projects where it has failed. Projects, example, the Tony water bottling. Minot 3 warayat na house number 5 has come to an end. Maybe later, we'll find out what has happened. Plus some other projects. Okay, so with that, my appeal to the house number 5, I think, low side road development, you make want them, sinan want them, na talk good. Rather than acting on ad hoc basis. Echoing on what the member, Papa, has said, some of us have interest in some of those businesses that should be done away with. That the private sector do the business, we do the legislation on the floor of Parliament. You may lose in private sector. Work with them, whatever business, moral, whatever business operations, now you may talk by here how to regulate the more business. Because from house 1, 2, 3, 4, or something, bogie rice. You know got bogie rice, but they got Komara rice. Member Komara, me abi me because our constituency you go kai rice. But there was one bogie rice, I think house number 3 Megim. Now she rice minus I'm stable. But Komara rice is here. Those constituencies would have to go working more leaking downstream. Leaking of projects, member Euro mentioned some yesterday, continue. That is a seed for independence. One thing is me wish you good luck, smile. Now you go forward the election. Don't have any hard feelings. As Attorney General, and me talk finish. This was the busiest house. And that is a ticket to go and talk to the people. And PCS House, suppose you have been delivered, this was the PCS House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, member. We call him Attorney General.
Okay, thank you, Speaker. Thank you all members long support long statement blomita sol but long President. Me conclude the solo talk. I can remember him Debli Milo inauguration lo 2000. Me plus sampla too, Lopez House. Me plus can remember him yet to inauguration lo 2005. Na suppose you me election now lo 25. Na independent nation lo 27. A mama's time immigrant. It's nothing. Slow to play is nothing. Now also me talk long taunita tin puts na me talk gen long terra aste. Me no got time lo school mol young plan new plan money coming. Me no got time. You won't have time yourself if you are new. Me appeal lo continuity lo people belong Bougainville because lo critical time you may stop long. The agenda itself and me dictate him this plan necessity lo got continuity. Me no like him sampla bla but me no got choice. Me must like him you bla lo come back. If you know what I mean. So the people will exercise their rights. But lo me meeting also, suppose you may explain good. Lo people lo display walkabout and what remains in front of us. People will understand. People will understand. Me thank you long all members because all throughout these 5 years, me look him this la importance belong, this la walkabout, and I have at various stages in our 5-year term, me tram lok simol one member to be involved in various activity, also JSB, moderation, BCPC. That's so that you may understand in this process. And therefore, me remind him, you me, leadership, I mean, about looking for a solution where you may plan him something here now, na purut blongan ni mas karim, lo this time, so you can use him also political, take political advantage longan. Leadership is about making the critical decisions, even at the risk of ending our political life. But history will judge us well. History by judging this house, me believe it will judge it very well. So, me remind him you again, lo this Melanesian relationship agreement, use him all time lo campaign, long disseminate him display information. I mean, something that's all lo campaign. It's really about our people being in the know on these issues because only vote. One man Mary been vote. I have, thank you, Member Blong Lato. I've provided a copy of the Melanesian agreement to the clerk, and by putting along all relevant WhatsApp page, you can access him so that it can be used in the dissemination. Remind him, Mr. Speaker, let me sit down close to. Be like him, you may remind him people. This law work now, yeah, you may make him now close to finish. And because all people care up, now vote long independence. The people actually decided what our work should be. You may remind them all. You, John, Margaret, Maria, Tomagit, and you play in vote now. Now this is our work, and me put down on this house. Had you voted for greater autonomy, we would not be the busiest house today. By no matter this kind challenges in a critical period that you missed up long. So you must remind him man Mary long responsibility long. And I keep on quoting the member for Baba. Maski losing responsibility bla polling booth. You may talk him all. You may talk him all. Maski lo go inside, vote lo 2019, na ilusiman na to. I'm not, me vote finish. It's not enough. It's not enough. Mission up to te, long, remind him you me also lo case long referendum. It's a situation where, unlike election, or get 5 years, you may get ability, legal ability, lo change him, mind blow you mean, position blow you mean in terms of policy and the candidates that we like or dislike. But lo case blow referendum, no matter. You may all man Mary been vote lo 2019 ya. You may lock him, you may all get up. Now you may lock him. Olain usat bin anit long 18 na ino bin vote. Now you may lock him to a line, ino bin born yet. And 50 years, 100 years down the track, down the line, our boo-boos we live under the decision we made in 2019. So no responsibility blo lead at us. This responsibility, emblo this man na Mary usat bin vote lo 2019. Because you've been vote lo 2019, long independence. And now me busiest member lo this house today. Member blo Gogohe is the busiest. Member blo Baba is the busiest. Member blo Pate is the busiest. Because lo this decision, you me one man Mary na Pikini, you been making lo 2019. Now, as though it was not enough, 2019, You may vote long referendum 2020. All people salim yumi again online. All salim yumi again. All tawag sa mipla vote finish long independence. You plan now all this member. Go. Go na make him na vote blum bla karim kai kai. Emta sol na yumi BCS. Because of the decision people made. Now, as though it is not enough. Yumi Karim, blank paper of all the people now. All kirap writing to Mama Lo Blue Display Independent Nation, Blobogan. The same generation of people who are the most fortunate in the history of Bougainville. Very few people enjoy this chance where you look in crisis, you resolve him peacefully, you sign in peace agreement, now you negotiate in peace, now you write in Mama Law, now you exim independence. You vote to law referendum. Very few people in the world enjoy this privilege, this chance. Me believe yet also, as a Christian, na me believe long kata something is tablo timing blo bigla. Me believe yet also God is choosing this generation. Because why na online long 60s all no be na got this opportunity. Why na online long 70s you know God. Why na 80s you know God. Na tete MUMI online. It is us. Now you must impress him lot people also. There's no other time to resolve the Bougainville crisis. It is this time. Now because time is short, the best policy is continuity. Behind you like play politics, but you play. Today no time to play politics. People are looking for leadership in this house. So, one time this speaker me got big plans. Despite being the busiest, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. Me enjoy through me busy and me got all some health issues. But I've thoroughly enjoyed my work, and that's partly because me and muscle members, they haven't shied away from coming asking me long advice. Some too like acting lawyer number acting attorney general or challenging me too. But I've really enjoyed it. This is the busiest time, but this is one of the houses that I've been fortunate to be engaged in. So one time this me wish me all get a good luck lo display election. Unfortunately, you play line is sing out lo tonsu yeah. You play no lo tonsu. So, but me wish me all get a well. I hope people can see the sense in what I'm saying today. I hope people can see the sense in what you will be saying during the campaigning trail, that this is more than any other election. Because MEABG election, law 2025, now suppose you may like, you may vote behind him man by pig, na round meat, na rice. Right, you may behind him na vote him. That's all about you long law 2027. Suppose you people, you vote him long man because long MEABG election. Now this house is tanim na come up independent nation. Why you stop on them this long man? And by Naplo Dilta Sol want them constituency long. It will no longer be an autonomous region of Bougainville. It will be the independent nation. And therefore that's the message we should carry to the people, that this election, of all the elections, is the most critical elections. Good luck, now God by bless you. Thank you.
Honorable members, let me put them question, past them long, statement long. President, the question is that the statement by the President, House he take note of him, take note of it. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no, the ayes have it. The second motion is that the statement, you may take note, statement long, Nausat, Minister Iko pass law independence movement. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. We got a few things to go. I'm one plan. You may amend the one plan motion to do with what's when I'm work about the go long constitution making. Blow you me yet na what transition blow you me long next house. Long motion ni may been passing, but he got some amendment. Behind longen, you got member Blomakis, who is here with us, by walking statement or declaration, lo constituency belongen, be a brief statement. I've also agreed that Minister Blong Public Service, Susati Makim Lomeri Lo North, she's got a plan belongen, strategic plan. I think she's put a lot of time, so it's fair that we allow her time lo table him tasol na tok lik longen. And then we have a motion by leader of government business, he move him, which actually fixes the date belong next parliament, the fifth parliament following the return of the writs. Behind long display, in your journey, now you can get some adjournment debate. Those members who still like talk, you got opportunity. And then behind your journey house. So let me call the Attorney General on them motion belonging.
Speaker, thank you. Before I move the motion, let me just do a few clarifications. Me tok long and finish, but no good, you know, being present or you losing thing. When we established the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, normally legal work belong Constituent Assembly. Long suppose me amend him, whatever, reject him, or suppose me adopt him. And now it is required. Set him date, long independence. Laga, you make clear. But in the original motion which you may pass, executive government, it looks save, lo display moderation talk ibin moklo kama. Now, the thought process was that nobody got some agreement to come out long moderation process, whereby affect him to some provisions inside law mama law. So the decision was made at that time, if we were to be adopting the Constitution, we would be adopting it in principle. Now, me give some to talk look out long morning, you may must aware long the delay strategies that national government normally engages in. Good agreement, me much long end, but you may not say how serious or what strategies are in play. So, me not like Bougainville is submitting them without any options. We must have an option available. We must remain, when it comes to negotiations, we must remain in a position of strength, not in a position of weakness. And therefore, this is a motion here, but me like rousing back this in principle. So that you may adopt him, but Constituent Assembly got ability to set him date. Because me when we talking national government, if you procrastinate, if you continue to sign agreements, and if you are not serious, then this is the option. Constituent Assembly may got right, legal right and a responsibility, not only to adopt the Constitution, but to set the date of independence. And I say that acknowledging also the preferred option, MLO through the Bougainville Peace Agreement where autonomous government is set up, now you may get referendum, now you may wait him ratification. So me give him this looks away. I mean no belong down him this all agreement you may sign him, no. it's to make sure that you may get option stop law available or Yumilo Bougainville. Otherwise, we would be failing in our duties. So, Mr. Speaker, I seek leave of the House to move a motion without notice to amend the resolution of the House relating to Bougainville moving to independent status.
Is leave granted? Leave is granted.
Mr. Speaker, I move without notice a motion to amend the resolution on Bougainville moving to independent status. One, that the Bougainville House of Representatives amend its resolution under number 1 of 2025, dated 27th of March 2025, on the resolution on Bougainville moving to independent status by omitting paragraph 2 and inserting the following new paragraph 2. Accordingly, shall do so on a date determined by and in accordance with the decision of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, that decision to take account of the Bougainville referendum results on independence exercised through the Bougainville referendum, provided for in Part 14 of the of the Papua New Guinea Constitution, giving effect to the Bougainville Peace Agreement, developed through a peace process which was supported and witnessed by the United Nations and the wider international community. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. I now call on the member for Marquis to make his declaration.
Mr. Speaker, I present to you Constituency Independence Readiness Status Declaration for Marquis Constituency. I, Honorable Junior Tumaro of Marquis Constituency, comprising of 15 wards, hereby present to this Honorable House the status of readiness for my constituency per the benchmark of number 1, status of governance. Marquis constituency rated 69% readiness because efforts across the 15 wards are centered on establishing good mechanisms of strengthening governance through infrastructure development, leadership training, and proper planning. 2, status of economic development. Marquis constituency rated 80% readiness to the progress we have made in economic development, focusing on SMEs, COCO rehabilitations, and corporate management. Community initiatives supported by CSOs and my office have been key to this progress. Number 3, status of law and order. Marquis constituency rated 73% readiness for implementing our priorities of moving the rule of law, prioritizing awareness campaigns, and some focusing on enforcement through our chiefs and other stakeholders. Number 4, status of standard of living. The Marquis constituency rated 80% readiness for implemented prioritized areas in sanitation and better housing to improve our standard of living. Ratings show satisfactory to good progress overall. Number 5, status of social services. Marquis constituency rated 79% for implementing our priorities under the social service sector. Focus mainly on improved sanitation and access to safe drinking water. Number 6, status of human resource development. Marquis constituency rated 79% for implementing our priorities under the human resource sector, and most wards prioritized adult literacy, early childhood education as priority under this sector. The 6 independence-ready benchmarks are aligned with the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, affirming that my constituency's readiness for independence is entrenched in the globally recognized principles of sustainable development, inclusive progress, and responsible nation building. Overall, my constituency is 75% independence ready. As the chairman of the Marquis Independence Ready Committee, I thank the constituency Marquis Independence Ready Committee and acknowledge the existing challenges and the need for progressive development of the constituency. By announcing the status of Marquis Constituency Independence Ready, we, the people and the leadership of Marquis Constituency, pledge our continued commitment to fully realizing Bougainville's vision for sovereignty. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Can I now call on the Honorable Member for North representing women, long present him report longen. Honorable Member, na Minister of Public Service.
Mr. Speaker, I present a paper titled North Bougainville Regional Women's Representative with North Bougainville Regional Community Government Strategic Plan 2025 to 2030. Thank you.
You want to Dr. Gliglig Lohan?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When I assumed the office as the member for North Bougainville Women Representative in 2020, there was no plan to continue from the previous leaders, coupled with the responsibility to implement the motion of independence ready in Bougainville as a whole, and with the support of the Toroma Nisira government, my office was able to facilitate institutional capacity building and training for all the community government, ward members, and ward recorders in the 20 community governments in North Bougainville. With that exercise, we were the North Bougainville ward members were able to identify their challenges and their priorities, and also we were able to, a first of its kind, extract the data that was missing for years when it comes to planning for its community governments and also North Bougainville. So with this plan that we've now completed, the new North Bougainville women representative that takes over from me will be able to have a plan to continue from, and also the North Bougainville community governments now have a guide to help them deliver in the independence ready mission. So once I have this plan, I also would like to say here that the launching of the strategic plan will be happening tomorrow at the North Bougainville Women's Innovation Hub at Huchena, and usat yupla emi free tomorrow, yupla can come na attend him. We will officially launch this plan because the North Bougainville Regional Office mi banon na plo declare rim independence. Sa all symbol na because we will have to wait for the other constituencies to declare before me declare. So the new North Bougainville women representative am now by declare, but in the absence of us having that, we will now launch the strategic plan to use as a roadmap and a blueprint for development and preparation for independence in North Bougainville. So with this few remarks, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. The question is that the Parliament Leader of Government Business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I move that the House take note of the paper by the Minister. Thank you.
Honorable members, the question is that the House take note of the paper. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The Honorable, the Leader of Government Business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Motion to affirm the date and time fixed for the first meeting of the Fifth House of Representatives. One, that the House notes that Section 1 of the Calling of the Meetings of the House of Representatives Act 2005 requires A, 21 days after fixing the date for the return of wreaths for the ABG general elections, the outgoing Speaker, in consultation with the outgoing President, shall fix the date, time, and place for the House to meet for the first time following the ABG general election. And B, the notice of the first meeting of the House to be published in the Bougainville Gazette. 2, that the House hereby affirms that after consultation with the President, the Speaker on Wednesday, 26 Feb 2025, fixed the following date, time, and place for the House to meet for the first time following the 2025 ABG general elections on time, 10 a.m., date, Monday, the 29th of September 2025, place, the Parliament at Kubu. 3, that this House, at its final rising, stand adjourned until Monday, the 29th of September 2025 at 10 a.m. as fixed by the Speaker and published in the Bougainville Gazette. 4, that this motion be published in the Bougainville Gazette. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, this motion, emi markim date, lo Newpla House, long first meeting belongen. It will be 21 days after the return of the wreaths. Return of the wreaths is on the 22nd of September. Issue of, the 22nd of September na 7 days, within 7 days, by Mascat first meeting of the House. By Gazettim, so that date is set, consultation na melong outgoing Speaker na President ni Kamapinis. So this date is fixed. I mean, mi adjourn long this Avinon, the last meeting of this House. That's the date to which we are adjourning, the 29th of September. Honorable members, the question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The Leader of Government Business.
Motion on the adjournment of the House. I move that this House do now adjourn until the House meet for the first time following the 2025 ABG general elections on Monday, the 29th of September 2025 at 10 a.m. as fixed by the Speaker and was published in the Bougainville Gazette. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
From the adjourning House, suppose I got all members like working final comments. The Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, thank you for giving me opportunity. Lord, this time long, make him some remarks. Not talk. Thank you. Long finish long time Lord this fourth house. On behalf of the my women of South Bougainville, as their member, I stand here this afternoon to say thank you to our Honorable President Ismail Turuama, his Vice Patrick Nisira, for the leadership that they had actually given these 5 years. Lo time even come inside. When I first came in, or even at the time of my campaign, I actually was focused on coming in and supporting the president, who was focused on independence. And when I came in, I had become a member. Me come inside, now me look him. Me look him on plus something about the current president. Current president, and me come inside as an ex-fighter. Now you sabi, iga tupla kind politician ni stop. Maybe inside of this house. Sampla only professional politicians. Now this online only come inside because they are professionals, only can talk, only can turn him talk, or only can converse one them kind man inside long political arena. So time me look, long President Ismail Turuama. Maybe look sabe also, and me one play ex-fight man. Now fight long and even got purpose. Now time and finish. Now peace agreement he come up. Now time and me son up election. And me come inside, he had one focus. Also, all man is have go out fight, lo war. Time only go out lo war, all no say look number. Only go want them target, lo achieve him this target. Now only go lo fighting ground, only achieve him target, now only sabe return. Return he go back long place belong all, or country belong all. Now me look him, time President Turuama, me come inside. He had that focus. And me focus, time me come inside, lo one plus something. Now this plus independence, lo Bougainville. And me come inside, all get to talk about belonging, talk belonging, and me focus lo independence. Now me can talk all same. This man, and me one pla fearless man. Time me talk, one time national government. The Prime Minister, James Marape. Me can talk all same. He no got one pla, not pla president. And me can look long I belong Prime Minister, now talk him Prime Minister to let these people go. But President Honorable Ismail Turuama, I mean, make him this plan. Inside long all discussions, Emi sabe, where Emi son up. Emi no make nice, so me like to thank you, long Honorable President Ismail Turuama. You got focus below you, time you come inside. along wantem AG. Maski ol tok hadol sa manem, you sanap. You know make nice. You sabe, one aspirations belong all people. One dreaman belong all leaders ibin go finish. You been make sure that this plan, ting na dreaman na like belong all leaders where ibin go finish, all ibin go finish. It must be carried on. Enough. Ami karim kai. So today, me like to thank you, lo YouTube la. One something ami been all people even vote long em, lo 2019. Today me can talk all same. You missed up lo 2 step long and finish. You missed up lo 2 step long and finish. O same na me like talk all same. Displa papers, where Displa house. I know that majority belong, you may who sati come on Displa house. We had a papers for coming in. We had a focus, and that focus was to drive independence for Bougainville. Now one time Displa, AG, one time department and ministry belong in, it continue long drive him this plan. One time secretary belong in. This la drive. This la awareness. This la clarification belong. Go out. Na talk him all people lo yumi about independence. Na long equip him all. However you mean up lo equip him all. One time this la legally grant him kisim. But equip him all so that only look him, only feel him, only touch him. That you may talk lo reality. In a long mouth that's all. Time only feel him. When him lick you may deliver him. Only look sabe also true to mass. And me true. This flower house, this number 4 house. Only like make sure that you me too, lo level blow you me tamblo, you me must be independent ready. So thank you, President Ismail Turoma. Thank you, AG, for the encouragements that you continue to give me, plan, all members. Me like to thank you, long this government too, where Turoma Nisira government, where Yupla want them all ministers do Yupla. Yupla too we work hard. Yupla ita timbun. And then Yupla too, Yupla no sit down easy. Yupla make him all work blow Yupla continue long Yupla work long make him or continue long enough him. One papers this pla house is san up long in. Inside long one man department blow you plan our ministry blow you plan. Thank you, Speaker. Lo you lead him this pla parliament. Lo this pla 5 years. We sabe you got time where health I mean not been good pla too much. That's all you still continued on. You still carried on. Now you not been losing nothing work. You've been trusting that he got one pla and we can continue to make him this pla work. Thank you. Lord, you've been trusting me. Lord, we can sit in for you. We can continue on mantem this pla work time. Lo absence blow you inside long time. You stop long all medical leave blow you. This pla and me make him me yet also deputy speaker blow you and me come on top long one pla level me like to thank you lo you long end and them all experiences, me kiss him inside lo here. Now thank you lo you all you lead him this parliament services. Want them all well the late clerk and me go finish now you me got new clerk. Me like to thank you lo administration lo this parliament where you play sabe work hard through lo look out him leadership belong ABG. You play sabe make sure that all leaders only got support belong all. You play sabe time belong you got sample time where you play no sabe finish work hurry up. You play go in through the night when them kind time long or late hours you play work yet to make sure that the leaders are supported, the leaders of this parliament, the leaders of this house are supported. Now, we like to thank you long all directors, long all different sections inside of parliament, of parliamentary services. You plan make sure and put him in place. And I know that this plan tireless work blow you plan. Clerk want them all staff blow you, all senior staff blow you. You play make sure that all leaders only must go out. Want them benefits belong all. As they may play been kissing briefing, long all get a good plow work. The clerk want them all officers, you work law work him. Now only work him finish, now only finish him finish, all work to make sure that all leaders blow this plan, fourth house, can go out nothing, no got, only must got something where only deserve him. So me like to thank you. Now here, me like to thank you long all get members too. Long support blow you play inside of this parliament. Inside of this house, where you may been holding hand one time, you may been sit down one time, long all meetings. Now, however, you may been supporting one pla, whether you talk hello or you talk good morning, good afternoon. This pla, Emi show him this pla, passing blow stop one time. This pla unity, where Emi got amamas inside the parliament and by continue. Walk about good. Emi show him this oneness. Me like to thank you. Long all committee members too, me inside our gender committee. Thank you, long you play staff all same team. One time me as your leader. Now thank you, Lord, support blow you plan. Me like to thank you, long all get women who sat in chairs, blow all community governments, Lord South Bougainville. Me to thank you, Lord, you plan long all good plan work, you plan work, make him inside of one community government blow you plan. One time all people blow you plan inside of this second tier government. Work blow you plan inside lo community government, one time community government managers blow you play, and me come up good because you play hold him hand one time all community government managers blow you play. Now me like encourage him you plan to also continue to make him this play good play work, tumble along community government. Narapla talk thank you blow me. Long all voters blow me.
Deputy Speaker.
You who sat been voting me.
Deputy Speaker.
Thank you.
I give you 2 minutes, please.
Thank you. Long trust blow you plan. Thank you long you've been trusting me. Now you've been putting me also leader blow you. Member blow you. Long come inside now representing you inside of this house. One time this plan, me like to call them. Come back belong me, and me stop long hand blow you pla. all voters blow me inside long South Bougainville. One time this plan, me like to thank you. Well, you make can finish good, Lord this plan fourth house. You make can close him this plan. Work blow you me, Lord this plan house, one time bell easy, na hamamas. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. The Honorable, the Leader of Government Business, Minister for
Thank you,
Education.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, me to me like give him slot time no talk. Thank you. Long, the last plat time lo you me long sit down. Pastor me like talk. Thank you. Lo community government lo me, inside lo constituency lo me. When me play work, just last week me part the river lo this la independence ready. Na MIPLA must continue delivering all this 1 million water project long constituency where at this point of time we go to elections, we must lose more that this work community government only must deliver on all distributing all work and stop inside this 1 million. At the same time, me like to thank you also Minister of Education, me like to thank you long department where me serve him also Minister, Secretary Blomi, one the Mogada staff members inside the department. Now, me like at the same time, give him this opportunity to talk. Thank you, all the members. Long continue to support him education inside long 1 constituencies Blo Yupla. Me believe planting Lo Yupla, building more staff houses or classrooms inside long constituencies Blo Yupla, long make him so awesome. Or picking in Blo Yumi inside Lo Bougainville. Or they must be educated to a level that in this 21st century, they can competitively make decisions, make him so awesome, or he can look out him all yet on the long run. Ministry got big challenge, because of big work where me work long him, me come up in some all institutions, like the tertiary institutions. We now have the Arawa School of Nursing functioning, we have the Bougainville Technical College, honorable members. We are in the design phase of the first Bougainville Teachers College. Just last week, me plow talk because this work and me stop because funding belong and me stop inside on this money and me stop inside on this court case. But me plow liaise one time finance department, lo make him so awesome. Only must buy him all invoices belong all, lo make him so awesome. You may continue in this plow work so that when the funds come, me plow by reimburse him all this money, or you can use him long one more vote me plug and kiss him. All in all, honorable members, thank you. Also, Leader of Government Business, Blo Yupla, lo this pla last pla two pla house, me like to thank you. Lo Yupla too, long you me all get work one time. The President, the Vice AG, all the ministers, all the honorable members, long this pla house, long you me, he been work one time, long make him so awesome, you me save him. This pla all people blow you me inside. One time more responsibilities only giving you me inside this house. I think we can pull in long talk. Finally, me wish him everybody, all the honorable members, this house, starting from the President, the Vice, the AG, all the ministers. Now I go down all get members of Parliament. But you may go, now but you must come back. Because the AG talk, you may go campaign good, you may campaign good, but you may come back. With this, thank you very much, and may God bless us all. Thank you.
Member for Kono.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Long talk lik long this last platform debate blom nibla. Mr. Speaker, since this final meeting bloyomi on number 4 house, me like making some comment on some achievement, challenges, lesson learned, next step. All this But first of all, Mr. Speaker, me like to call some honorable members from this honorable house. Also, Constitution from Papua New Guinea, and we talk. After every 5 years, Templo Mibla, he must go back long old people. So any time now, long go back long all people. Now people yet can look him, scale him, how me blabbing walk inside on this last term. Now decision is stop long all. Me like talk with him. Suppose only mandate him you come back. Me like talk with him. You must use him this like experience you being cut on this 5 years term. Now you try to improve longer the next term. Now for those who sat in on have come back, life continues. You must involve him. You play yet long all community activities. One time this leadership quality you hold him long 5 years to coming up now. Mr. Speaker, some achievements. First of all, me like to thank you. Long this number 4 house. Long supporting me. Long creating legacy. Time me be split him. This la tribal constituency. Long me bla in Salong. The region and Kono constituency. You go in Salong tribal single members constituencies. Now me like this in this opportunity to talk thank you. Long each and every one of you for your support. The decision you may be making on splitting Kono inside on tribal constituencies, and me walk. Now by continue long walk. Mr. Speaker, law and order inside situation inside on Kono, and me improve since this last split even come up. Now along here, Mr. Speaker, me like discouraging more leaders on this house, long continue long the fair you go on this heavy even come up long 2022, where now me blessed up on 2025. We have moved on. Long independence declaration, Mr. Speaker. Maybe declaring independence readiness. I mean, making constituency report from Ipinis. I have decided to leave the constituency declaration after the election. So respective members only can work in their own declarations accordingly. Long all new black constituencies long all. Long challenges, Mr. Speaker. Big plus challenge from me is a constituency from me, Mr. Speaker, and on road and transport infrastructure. Today, me block on blame me more weather condition on road, long conditions on road. That's what me like to talk about here also. He got to contributing back to two stuff. This time, this is the rice from cacao price. Now me block on looking more trucks, big block trucks or legal trucks or land cruisers, or look at that full load. Now look on travel on this road, especially Arawa to Buin, Buin to Arawa, Arawa to Buin. This one one factors usate mo contribute lo para mo road lo mi bla. Na the challenge from me, Mr. Speaker, on this term, and more road you know work lo reaching the majority of the people on top of on people mountains. Na on this at the juncture, Mr. Speaker. Me like to thank you, long President, long engage him. One black contractor, long walk along this Oremai to No Wine Road, long Upper Wisai. Now also the emergency maintenance, long this Rauraba to Leulo Road. That's all me like working on the request. Also, time for nomination now. Now, nomination, if I come up long 8 July, going up 10 July, candidates long Wisai constituency, only must travel long Buin, long trucks, nominate. Now, this is how all road now stop long em. And also master me talk, road or truck go inside by some minute na come out again by looking more tribe la whole. Now me ask him office from president also enough all this line or walk long contract now, long road, long up long Wisai. Only can go na maybe backfilling tasol is lab 4 tribe la whole long have long namen long sanction long area na Ugbakogo Primary School so that or truck can travel go or candidates or can go na nominate want them more supporters from all na movement long have can easy. Mr. Speaker, me like conclude by reminding this honorable house that Bougainville's agenda and independence, I know at Narble something more. 98% of all people below you already been vote long independence. Now, you also mandated leaders must put him all at a thinking from all people don't separate nation before our interest. Nami like now giving look sabe, recognition on Isla government, and it on leadership on President Ismail Toroma. Na Vice President Patrick Nisira, na powerful Attorney General na Mumira, na Minister long Dimi, Honorable Ezekiel Masad. The ministers of this government, cabinet, members of this House, the Honorable Speaker, Clerk, Deputy Clerk, and our parliamentary staff. Mr. Nap long here, long declaring support from the President. President from day one and been talk about independence. Now me like also President Ismail Toroma and must come back. Attorney General and must come back. Vice President must come back. Now most of the ministers, now members, all must come back. Also, he talk, he walk about long happiness one time this la walk about, and you can carry this la walk about to go finish long him. So we hope and pray that the majority or close to all of the members now me staff long him, me must return long walk one time President blow you me, long kisi me go on destiny blow you me. Mr. Speaker, long all people blow me long Kono constituency. Me like to thank you. Thank you long two times. Me stop now. One time you bla. Now this bla me last bla talk to last bla sana blow me. Also member blow you bla marking Kono constituency. Now me walk talk to stop blow this la parliament. Because long 29th September, by me come back one also member blow Wisai. Now me by talk that's long all people blow Wisai. Also na me talk thank you. Now you blow people blow me long Kono constituency. Me like talking this la parliament, Honorable Speaker. Also Kono and me split on tribla constituencies. Na Kono and by got tribla member. Me bla by marking Kono, but me bla by stab long each constituency blow you me. And me like blow me, no me bla tribla members, me bla by walk yet. No make sure me bla must talk long Kono issue, continue to talk long him. Me bla no na isolating this la Kono issue. You go long me bla also me by talk me bla wish I yet now such. But me bla tribla by walk one time and not of course one time a member long South program ex-combatant, me sabe by come back because majority of vote is tablo Kono. Me by giving you now by come back yet. The top up on Narblahap, Torokina or some blahap. So me bla by planning line me bla talk to Kono issue by me bla addressing time me bla look tapung in mouse on this last time. Me like even people look sabe chief lo me, paramount chief, say come talk and me can stop lo here. Me hamas or say lo this la final sitting below me bla. Even though you sick, you come na show in face. And true leadership you provide in here. Me give you look sabe brother lo me. Thank you. One time Islam, Mr. Speaker, me wish him, you me all the best. Na me like appeal again, all members, all the members. President Ismail Toroma, now Attorney General, now this is a teamwork long go ahead on this negotiations, na consultations, only must come back. Thank you, and God bless Bougainville.
The Honorable Minister for Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, long allowing me little time long this adjournment debate. Mr. Speaker, Honorable President, Honorable members of this House, as you may bring in this fourth House long this final sitting before on 2025 elections, me like give me little talk, the appreciation from me go along this House. First, me like talk thank you long God Almighty, long good leadership long him strong, wisdom long him protection, and guiding you me inshallah term leadership long this government. Now look at the achievement you me achieve him long this term, you me give him back all get a big name, go back long God. All people below me, long Bolawe constituency, me like express him deepest gratitude, long giving me mandate, long saving Yupla, long this two platem, trust blo yupla long this leadership, allowing me long serving yupla also member and a minister, blo help too, long this two platem. So me talk thank you long all the people long Bolawe, long support blo yupla, long leadership blo me. Me like talk thank you too long big talk thank you Colonel President blo yumi, Honorable Ismail Torowama, Vice President, Honorable Patrick Nisira, Attorney General, long leadership long Yupla, inside on this house, long moving this independence agenda forward. Now me plan up long come up long this kind stage now you me come up long em. Me talk thank you long President too, long eminap long reappointing me back long health ministry behind long 2.5 years. So inside long little time me share more than it long government or some health minister and plenty of good work you come up long health. Time you work one time you me not long work one time na plenty of initiatives. You me working on laying foundation belong new nation blo Bougainville health system belong em. Soroken Health Center emi close to by finish. Buin level 4 district hospital emi start on progress. Emi one big milestone achievement for South. Refurbishment upgrade from Buka Ausik emi still underway. Emi start now lo hand long technical services long side on design. Finalizing design now work by go ahead. Plan the time this plus stage for design financial aspect emi start slowing down projects. Email leaders can work in decision, but implementation part and by taking time. So Buka Ausik emi got big plan money emi start where government emi been put in. But you may still waiting technical services from fast track team. Side of design work by go ahead. Specialist referral hospital from Bougainville and by come up national referral hub. M2 I'm start on design planning stage yet. Where all Bougainville supply attendance board only approve in finish one architectural company only ready long MIPLA by signing agreement, now we can start work long them. MIPLA successfully securing funding close to election do come up, but MIPLA succeed on securing funding along Southwest level 4 rural hospital alongside long Bana, Lomboko. And by saving larger catchment long South, because South, I mean we looking triple population area where we got big land mass. So last week, Friday, MIPLA signing one memorandum of agreement, one pharmaceutical company, made all healthcare limited. Long time improving medical health supplies procurement, because you must wait a long line, start on national department, come down long regions, come down long provinces. Now, in that process, plenty of people blame suffer and die. But now, government blame putting money, long budget. So we have 5 million in there. So with that money, we can directly procure drugs from the suppliers. So because of that, MIPLA come up with this agreement so that MIPLA can facilitate in this flow of payments long sim marasin come. So this is all strategic investments where by saving Bougainville, all generations to come. So me talk thank you, Toro Manisira, Kaman, wishing stability, political will, supportive all these transformative developments. Mr. Speaker, me too, me like talk out also, me been declaring Bolawe also independence ready on 25th June, Wednesday last week. Na this declaration, I'm reflecting readiness of people, long bolawe socially, economically, politically, long fully supporting Bougainville's political journey. So as you may conclude in this term of Parliament, me like emphasizing importance of continuity, of leadership, road to independence, and me demanding steady experience na proven leadership. Na you may not afford him long resetting progress. Gains you may be making long health na other sectors must be carried forward by those who understand the process, not only fully committed on this cause. Also, me, like Tok long Yumi Olgeta, honorable members, thank you, long contributions, collaboration. Me wishing you a peaceful, respectful, successful campaign period. May we all return to this house with renewed strength and shared purpose. Since I hope me also plenty of you must come back long Fifth House, long continue this good work, long building strong, healthy, independent Bougainville. All people blow me long bolabe. Thank you, Losana, one time me, unwavering support blow you all of past 2 terms has been my greatest honor. Now, Miss Abel said now, I think 2 or 3 people or 4 people by challenging me welcoming all and democratic right blow all, challenging me, but me appeal to you, putting me back, because me got work long continuing. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minister for Police.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Me too, me like give him a nilik tok blow me, lo this last sitting blow you me, long 4th House of Representative blow Bougainville, uttermost Bougainville government. Me rise one time a heart full of gratitude, humility. Now I'm big talk thank you blow me. First and foremost, all people blow me lo Chitalato constituency. From 2020 coming up today, 2025. You have entrusted me with the honor of serving as your representative. Me carrying voices blow you, struggles blow you, aspirations blow you, come lodge blow house. Let me remain humble yet stop. By your trust, support, lodge blow 5 years. We will pushing plenty challenges together, but you may stop now celebrating progress slowly. But sure, as we continue to prepare for the destiny, long our display and vision of Bougainville. Also, Minister of Police, the Correctional Services too, me like to thank you straight, long our committee officers, BPS leadership, Correctional Services staff. Now all get staff inside this ministry, the department we will look at him. Your discipline, loyalty, and service to maintain law and order have not gone unnoticed. Together we have advanced reforms, built stronger relationships, one-time all communities, strengthened peace and security in Bougainville. Me wish to announce a big plan commitment long contest general display election, ABG general election. We remain committed to display vision, to share and work on them Chitalato, a peaceful, united and empowered constituency ready to embrace for opportunities of independence and development. Issue of Bridge Background number 7, I urge all eligible voters in Chitalato and across Bougainville to take electoral process seriously. Listen carefully, local candidates. Weigh more votes from MIPLA. or track records blongol na or vision. No can vote the popularity, but vote the future of Chitalato and Bougainville. As we close the House, we like to thank you, Speaker, the Honorable President, all the ministers, members of the House, our leadership you may will walk through of 2020, walk one time coming up now 2025. Time we've been chairman yet, belong parliamentary Northern Bloc committees, and we go come up minister of police. We can look in big plan, walk him, we will walk him. Long sit down in Bougainville, long now I'm sit down also, Mr. Up. May acknowledge to all public servants, all supporting staff of parliamentary service, all land of ministry office below me, EO below me, you may be work, hard work straight in our upload today. We look forward to all churches, all women, youth, leaders, groups, chiefs, and all the civil society. Only continue to uphold in peace, unity, and spiritual guidance across our region. We like to encourage our people to remain peaceful and respectful during this election period. Our democracy be an example of maturity and order. To the people of Chitalato, my journey with you continues. I am proud of what we have achieved so far. I am even more hopeful for what lies ahead, because we quilaya. People me, Pisimap Tok Blomi, we got some program by come up, member of Lato, member of Bulabe, I think you have interest of Baba, by me open him, Bana police station, was June 16 or July 16 or July 17. So time you long campaign, you kill him two pick na kami mi, para pim molhap. You got the invitation, that's all commissioner travel go confirm him project, already open him law. This plan yet. So work must go ahead, huh? Otherwise, long support him mo statement of president, Milatok. Government have been working big plan. Walk about long the side of the political process. If we don't have to talk now, President, Team Longan, Vice, AG, you will get that, ministers and all members. Me too, but like him, President will come back. Now we will face him money crisis because of money of the national government. We like him people of Panguna, RM talk, one bill na you open in mind. You know, dig him, Rasumo gata, stockpile past him. Clean him na Rasumo stockpile. Money blow run him. Government where you na me bin sapalong this a time ah. Crisis bin come up na you miss 20,000 lives you lose. Now by me give him back government blow you me no one. By mixing money we. E money blow all. Rescue all by kick him go come na you me by. So ask him na by delay mo yet. So as we got half block some money. Ay, Bougainville by change 3 years that's all. So me appeal to people who belong Panguna na 2 black exploration license or lebo torao. Only walk long and we na bueno. Must hurry up now. Down him. Or DYRL or member ebo torao. Otherwise, thank you. Me like to thank you to people of Bougainville. Now we shall some pleasant quiet. The incidents or issues come up, and we start back the leadership inside the place, community, wards, time old member campaign. Members must walk in big walk long all. Council, or social case, me like people who Bougainville must respect. Unless you got proof, Karen go to police station, sir. You know, can take him lower handle you. Now start fighting man Mario, kill him all or this law. Otherwise, Bougainville, me sit down good finish. Ready long. All declaration you walk him, na wait him 1st of September 2027. Bougainville mo right. Liklik mo. This liklik mo walk long barabi mo sit down. Me like you convert in life, blow you go spiritual life. And by you look him, how much by stop all time. Amen. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. All kita member, all sister members, 2 ministers, God can bless you and me. We are looking you long, 29th of September, 2025. Thank you.
Honorable members, by me, pinis one time, women member blow you me. Usat imilari mem tok na behind longen. By you me, time na pinis, it's already 5:30, but please, member blow Women's North, I'll give you 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Me too, me like same or last remarks from me, Lord, is my last sitting. Let me take this time to thank the people of North Bougainville, both men and women, for the honor and privilege to serve in my capacity as member for North Bougainville Women. I am truly grateful to serve the people of Bougainville under my capacity as the North Bougainville Women representative and as Minister for Public Service. Under the capacity of North Bougainville Women Representative, I want to especially thank all the stakeholders who started in work one time me, lo make him role blomi MEC. I also want to take this time to thank the President, Government of Toroman Nisira, under the leadership of the President, the Vice President, and the AG, Honorable Ezekiel Masad, for the confidence lo serve underneath the leadership lo as Minister for Public Service. Also, President and been talk. This house and this especially this house has been the most challenging term where you will get a come lo serve him government lo you with the responsibility to deliver the 97.7 vote for independence. On top of this, me like talk thank you lo Speaker, the clerk and the late Robert Tapi, now parliamentary service officers lo for supporting us and guiding us as for us first they must come inside lo house we plano savel or process lo inside lo house, but when we come first time you were always there and willing to support us and help us. So the transition from outside come inside law as being members was made easier because of that support, and you continue to do as leadership changes with one time. Them display me like talk thank you Lo Yumi Olgata, all members of the house, my colleague ministers, and all the members of this house for the opportunity to serve the people of Bougainville together in this term. Not to me like talk thank you all sister members, me pla usat me pla Olgata kam na serve one time me pla. Parliament is a male-dominated field where plenty law you play all man, you play come inside, now me play just a few of us. But me like to thank you, Lord, display respect where you play all member man is a giving me play all Mary inside Lord display house when we were given the opportunity to speak. You plus I give display respect when we play deserve him as equal leaders in this house. I want to thank all of you for the support that you play give me play Mary inside Lord display house. Our roles, our responsibility, Emi all right, more time we work one time as equal partners and leaders in this house. One time display all remarks me like now take him time lo wish him you me all get all the best in the election, and I pray that may God's will and purpose come to pass when we continue to raise our hands to save the people of Bougainville in this in the next coming election. One time this plug God by blessing me Molgeta. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Before me put him question law adjourn him house, I want to thank everyone that we have all stayed until this time, going up to 6, for your patience. Not too long. I recognize him also. The Parliament is not done until we adjourn to the next house. Also, me set him date long motion finish. Having said that, me like talk also. We also have Constituent Assembly meetings, tomorrow, na Friday. And I would plead with everyone, all the members, if we come back, do what we have to do, and then by Friday, by me adjourn him to Constituent Assembly. Until such time, also AG advising me, if there is absolute need, call him, the Speaker as Chairman, will call the Constituent Assembly and advising me. It might be quite difficult because you'll be all out campaigning, but be that as it may, we will try our best. If there's a need, call him, Constituent Assembly come. I'd also like to make a few remarks as the outgoing Speaker. It's been a privilege to continue from the third house, become the fourth house, and I thank the members for this opportunity to serve this fourth house going up along 29th of September when the term of the Speaker by finish. All the members, you miss our finish also, your term ends on the date of the return of the writs on the 22nd of September. Me like to also, me like acknowledging President, mostly because whenever we wanted to consult on business matters to do with the Parliament, on matters of managing the government business as well, he has been accessible, he has been available, and it has made it easy for myself and the clerks to make decisions on how our meetings progress. Similarly, me like to thank you long, leader of government business, who has always been able to attend, to advise on cabinet decisions, on the programs of the House, on each sitting day. Now, one kind, me like to thank you long on behalf of our staff, long Attorney General, whenever there have been matters to do with legal advice, legal implication, he has been really available to provide that advice that we have sought. I'd like to thank you too long, the Deputy Speaker and the Assistant Speaker, who have always been available when there's been a need to assist in the proceedings of the House to preside long time, Longolisla Meetings Blow House. The traditional role of the Speaker is really Sinaulo Chair na Ranim House, but I think because of where we are in terms of the preparations for the political future, I have been involved outside of the role of the traditional role of the speakers, and it has worked well because I think the one of the matters that the two parliaments are dealing with has been left to the two speakers and the clerk, lo display. It is also one traditional some team law speaker lo recognize him all senior members of the House. And as members have said, we have senior members who Usatoli staff and will be contesting the elections like all of you. Me like talk thank you long. Member Blohago Gohe, Vice President, Member Bloramu, Attorney General, who have actually guided us in the meetings of the House in terms of their contributions, in terms of not only here, but inside the cabinet as well. So me like recognize him all these senior leaders. Me like recognize him to the immediate former Minister for Finance. I do so because we have been able to get a lot of the arrangements through the SRC during his term as Minister for Treasury, Minister for Finance. We now have in place our own SRC Secretariat. We've been able to get a lot of the determinations which has assisted slowly but surely in ensuring that the benefits and entitlements of members are dealt with in terms of getting it to the national SRC and getting agreement. He is the other member representing the ABG and the House of Reps along national SRC together with the Speaker. So I wanted to particularly make mention because he has actually assisted a lot from his background as the Minister for Finance. Planning member, this has been the busiest house. Yes, it's been a very challenging house. Lomi, we have never actually sat beyond a week. All our meetings have been condensed into 4 or 5 days. But I can tell you, we have done a lot. We have done a lot in these 4 or 5 days because the planning has been there, the decisions made in cabinet brought through the leader of government business in how we progress this thing within a week of meetings, a big challenge. It's also a challenge because the resources that we have at Parliament and I guess within ABG cannot actually get us going for 2 weeks. So we've managed and get used to doing things, and also the discipline of actually doing these things well has actually worked for us. Nami like thank you all member, long all display where despite the challenges, we have been able to work together. I have been I tell a lot of aid donors, the UN, and people who ask about gender equality, and the only thing I tell them is, look, I'm a very proud speaker of a house which has women parliamentarians. Not are they only active, but we have an equitable sense of contribution where our women members are also hold very important portfolios. So in terms of, I think, the representation by women, I can say that I think as Speaker, Clark, we are very proud to say these things when we go to parliamentary conferences, because in the West, in their parliaments, the gender equality is a very big issue. But Loyumi, I'm very happy that I've been able to not only see that women play an active but also an equitable role in deciding policies in government. We lost our long-serving clerk in December last year, I think because of the arrangements, the preparations that have been put in place for a succession. I am confident that we still have a strong parliamentary service which will continue to serve this House and will continue to serve the next House as well. So, me like thank you, Lo Clark, Quantemulo Staff Longen, who have been working tirelessly despite the constraints of resources in preparing the next House when it is after the elections, when it meets, as we said, on the 29th of September. I know that a lot of you will be there as well. Lastly, me like Tokol Sem, I'd like to thank the members, or sorry, the constituency of Chitalato and generally Buka Island, where this parliament is. There have not been any incidents where we have experienced. There has been respect, recognition that this is the people's house, and it's been a pleasure not dealing with security issues, not dealing with any other issues which would have got in the way of the meetings of the House. So I think one time all is liglig talk. Me like wish him everyone from the President, Vice President, and the ministers that you have a successful campaign and that you do as well as you can, and hopefully you will come again and comprise the next fifth House so that the work that has started, particularly in this House, can continue into the fifth House of Representatives. On tem display, me like Tokol Sem, me like Putim motion Blayumi, that in accordance with the Act on the calling of the next meeting following the elections and the motion that we have agreed to, fixing the date, time and place for the meeting, I now adjourn this House to 29th of September at 10 a.m. at this House, at this Parliament at Kubu. Honorable members, thank you very much. I now adjourn this House I now adjourn this meeting and for the fifth House that will succeed this House on the 29th of September 2025.
and to our viewers and listeners across Bougainville, across mainland PNG, and around the globe who are tuning in to Bougainville Parliament TV this afternoon. That was the final sitting for the fourth house of the Bougainville House of Representatives. This now brings the end of the Parliament sitting for the fourth house, the house that started in 2020. This year, the 2nd of July 2025 was the final sitting for this house. And yes, starting next week, they go into the ABG elections when the writs are issued for the ABG elections, okay, Bougainville general elections. So yes, this afternoon we had the debates on statements presented by the President, Honorable Ishmael Torowama, and Minister for Justice and Independence Mission, Honorable Ezekiel Massat. So there were comments, debates from various members commenting on the statements that were presented. We also had a response from the Minister Ezekiel Massat on the comments that were made on his statements. And also in this afternoon session, members were given the opportunity to make statements, thanking, giving updates of their progressive work within their term in Parliament. And several motions were also passed. We had the women's representative for North Bougainville, Honorable Amanda Masono, who is also the Minister for Public Service, make mention that tomorrow they will be launching a strategic development plan for women in North Bougainville, a strategic development plan for the women in North Bougainville. This plan will be launched tomorrow, and she also made a statement that using this plan when they go into elections and when the next house comes in, the new member for North Bougainville in the next house can then use the strategic development plan to actually use it as a guide to actually declare the North Bougainville women independence ready. So she publicly made a statement saying this plan, when it is launched, will help as a guide, and they will wait for all other constituencies in North Bougainville to declare. Then the women for North Bougainville will be the final one to declare themselves independence ready when the next house comes in. So there you have it, as mentioned by or as described by the Attorney General and Minister for Justice and Independence Mission, Honorable Ezekiel Massat. This house has been the busiest house since coming into office, and as stated in the President's statement, when the House had come in, they were tasked with the responsibility of delivering the 97.7% 2019 referendum vote, of which the people of Bougainville voted for or chose independence as their political preference or status. And so the fourth house had been very busy trying to achieve that by coming up with plans to help progress the independence for Bougainville and today being the last Parliament sitting, saw to it with the statements and comments that were raised. And so this brings us to the end of the 4th Bougainville House of Representatives. And tomorrow when the House comes in, or tomorrow when they meet, it will be the Bougainville Constituent Assembly. The members come in as members to the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, and they will be discussing the second draft of the Constitution for the Republic of North Solomons. For those who just joined us, the Republic of North Solomons is the name that over the wide consultations made with views collected from Bougainvilleans, this was the name intended for the independent nation to be when Bougainville becomes independent. That is the name of the country they chose. And so the draft constitution will be discussed tomorrow. So the Bougainville Constituent Assembly meeting will be held tomorrow here at the chambers. This will be attended by the members of the constituencies and 6 appointed members representing the Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission, BCPC. So that's the meeting that's happening tomorrow. The sole business of BCA, the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, is to discuss the Constitution, and if the discussions continue the whole day, then it will be a 2 days discussion or 2 days meeting, Thursday the 3rd of July and also Friday the 4th. So the BCA will then decide whether to accept the second draft constitution or to decline and let the next house to deliberate on it or accept it. So we will find that out tomorrow when the BCA meets to discuss the constitution. However, yes, as the speaker was ending the session for this afternoon and the final house as well, he made a few announcements. The issue of writs for the ABG general elections will be on Monday the 7th of July, and they have 2 months of campaigning or throughout the election period, and writs will be returned. The writs will be returned on the 22nd of September. Writs will be returned on the 22nd of September, and the fifth house is to resume 7 days after the return of writs, and the date for that resumption of the fifth house is the 29th of September 2025. So you have 2 months. Bougainville goes into elections for 2 months. Issue of writs is on the 7th of July. And the return of writs will be on the 22nd of September 2025, 7 days following the return of writs. The fifth House of Representatives will have the first meeting on the 29th of September 2025. So listeners and viewers, thank you so much for being part of the Bougainville Parliament TV, watching and listening to the sessions that we had in the past yesterday and today. And do join us again tomorrow when the members return to the chambers as the Bougainville Constituent Assembly to discuss the second draft constitution. And by the end of tomorrow or Friday, we will know whether the second draft constitution will be accepted by this BCA or left to the next house to decide. So do join us again tomorrow to find out the status of the second draft constitution. And again, congratulations and thank you so much to all the constituencies or the members that have been part of the Bougainville House of Representatives, the fourth house of the Bougainville House of Representatives. We wish them all the best when they do go into elections come the issue of writs next week. And we look forward to finding out soon enough who will be the members of the next house. On behalf of the team here at the Bougainville Parliament TV, and of course acknowledging NBC Bougainville for relaying this coverage today, we wish you all a pleasant evening, and we look forward to joining you tomorrow when we bring you live the session of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly.